What an intro, what an intro.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, Cowboys Nation, welcome to episode 1 of Keeping Up with the Joneses. My name is Rika. I'm a blogger and owner of RikaMovesTheChains.com. My co-hosts are from the Cowboys Zone, the Bluff City Cowboy, Marcus D. Jones, and the creator of the lovable Cowboy Dale, Brandon Lambert. From
Hello.
Dallas Cowboys Uncensored, Eric, Mr. Producer Berger.
Stop.
And unfortunately for all of us, the reason Dollar Tree condoms are a bad idea, Charlie Moffat.
What up?
We're excited to be here tonight, guys. There's a big season coming up, and Dak is back. He's right here, and I'm wearing this shirt. I love this tag team throwback shirt. I got this from twistedgorilla.com, and Twisted Gorilla is my favorite place online to buy shirts. They have funny shirts, they have Rise shirts, but most importantly, guys, they've got Cowboys shirts. twistedgorilla.com sells everything that is gorilla approved. And if you're a fan of this show, if you're a fan of the Cowboys, if you're a fan of shirts, you can go there and save 15% store-wide when you use coupon code RIKA15. And that website and that coupon code are on the ticker right down there on the bottom. So, guys, what are we talking about tonight?
Yeah, we got a few topics. We got a 53. We got season predictions, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Bucs game.
Throwing the damn ball.
Throwing the damn ball.
We're definitely talking about throwing that damn ball.
Yeah, we got
I'm on it.
We gotta get that shit straight.
Yeah, we got a couple of little interactive bullshits to share with you guys. We got some overlays that we want to go through, and then we'll run through our season prediction record. Oh yeah, show them the t-shirts.
Oh yeah,
These
the
are
t-shirts.
These are some of the t-shirts. Feed me seed.
We're not very good at producing our own show.
Big Dak energy. I'm sure everybody's gonna love that one.
Yeah, Big Dak energy.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Great shirts over there.
There's a tank top, a ladies' tank top.
Yeah, I have a drawer full of these shirts, guys. The quality is great. They don't shrink or go out of shape when you wash them. I've been very impressed, and I've got a lot more in my cart over there that I will be purchasing soon.
Rika, how large do these shirts come? Because everybody can't fit a 2X.
All the way up to 3X.
Okay.
I've seen 3X. If you want a 4X, they are on Twitter. You could probably just hit them up. They have great customer service. The first shirt I bought from them, I saw a picture online and couldn't find it on the website. And I added them on Twitter, and they hooked me up with what I wanted. And I've been a big customer ever since. Love Twisted Gorilla.
I just want to hold this shirt up for a second. This will piss people off. I want it though. It says Dallas Cowboys 2020 NFL attendance champions. Since our fan base likes to always brag about our ratings and our attendance and shit, well, here's your fucking shirt. Go buy it.
Come on.
Before we get started, I want to say a shout out to Mendoza, as always.
Yeah.
Everybody Cowboy base, man. I always appreciate you coming in. Bet you didn't
All
know
of
this.
these guys in the chat tonight.
Zoinks. Joining
Ed
us.
and
Somebody of ours,
Eddie,
Vic.
and they'll
That's
be here
Vic.
with us next week.
Okay.
I'm excited to be on with Ed and Eddie next week.
Victor Robles, DJ Finesse.
Vic, I got you on the
Finesse
shirt, bro.
14.
I got you.
Don't forget to like it, whatever channel you're liking. Make sure you push the like button. or to dislike if you want DCU. More likely that's what you want to do. But either way, just push the button.
Go ahead and subscribe too, and ring that notification bell. Even if you hate the show, even if you hate Charlie, you can't troll him if you don't know when he's on. So
That's a
hit
good
that
point.
notification bell.
That's a good selling point, Riker.
That's how I started watching this show. I hated Charlie Moffat. I hit the notification bell, and here we are.
A couple of new names here. Bet
Right.
you didn't know this. And DJ Finesse, K214. What's up? Appreciate y'all showing out. Schwann's in the
All
building.
right.
Ed and Eddie's. What's good with y'all?
All right, guys.
Just
We got a lot of good content to go to, so make sure you keep
the
those comments coming
53.
in.
Yeah, the 53 man Bluff. What are we thinking on it?
I mean,
How are you feeling about the moves that we made since you and I last talked before the cuts?
Oh, you mean in terms of the final roster?
Mm-hmm. Which it
Thanks.
probably isn't really final right now, but
No,
the moves that have been made at least.
I guess the only one that stands out to me is Kamara. I mean, I was a big Rondale Carter fan.
Me too.
I like
Same.
Kamara as well, but that was clearly a Hard Knocks move.
Yeah, it felt like that to me. I thought Carter was the better move, or should have been the move.
I think Hard Knocks is a good link there, but I think it could just be sponsor. We need to reiterate that from several shows. I mean, they protected their entire draft class.
Didn't they list him at linebacker?
No, defensive end, wasn't he? Kamara?
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they play him as like a Sam.
Yeah.
That's what size he is.
Yeah, he's small.
But he runs a
that was
4.4.
one. I didn't have neither one of them on my 53.
Yeah.
But Kamara's that
stashing
shocked
him,
me. I mean, when the first episode of Hard Knocks came up, I didn't know his background. But when I found out his background, I even made a tweet. It's like, I know his background. I won't be pulling for the kid.
Right.
Even he's not on the Cowboys. With that said, I mean, Jesus
Didn't
Christ.
expect him on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I didn't expect him on the 53.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was a little I agree with Marcus. I think that was a Hard Knocks move there. Because I mean, hell, he didn't really do nothing. I mean, some of the shit he did wasn't very, very good. You know, so I mean, I'm not knocking it. Guys,
I seen the flashes,
I love the
but
kid. Yeah, I love the kid, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
I never want to
He's
hammer in on him.
definitely
Carter
he's
really
a
showed up,
likable
though.
kid,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Carter had a great preseason, and also Carter's more versatile. Carter can play edge, he can play 3-tech, Carter on special teams.
Yeah.
You can do a lot more with Carter, so you're gonna get better value there.
And
Um
he chose to sign somewhere else on the practice squad too. He was like, I've had enough of Dallas.
yeah, they rolled the dice on that. They
Didn't
should
sound like
not.
Arizona?
They thought they were
Arizona.
gonna
Arizona, that's what I
Arizona.
thought.
They thought they were gonna get him back, and it wasn't gonna happen. His preseason was way too good. He did a great job on special teams last year. That was stupidity to think you were gonna get that guy back.
Yeah. So speaking of Kamara, what do you guys think about his number choice?
I don't like any of the number choices. I think
54.
as a fan, it's just hard to keep. It's just hard to keep track of the new number.
Well, he can't be no worse than the other 54.
That's true.
Yeah, see, they did. That's why I thought I seen him listed as a linebacker on the 53.
Yeah.
They put it down at linebacker.
Fucking poor Randy White. Fucking probably ashamed of that shit.
Yeah, I don't know
All right,
why
who
they
else?
put a number like that.
Kamara shocked us. Anybody else?
3 fucking quarterbacks.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
Yeah.
It makes no goddamn sense.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. You can put 2 on the fucking practice squad and 2 on the roster, and you can elevate them. If COVID strikes, you can elevate them, move them back down. You can do it twice. The third time, you have to actually cut them. But like I was telling Rocker earlier, think about this. If we have to elevate Greer 2 times, and then we have to put him back down the third time, and he has to go through waivers, are we really scared about anybody picking him up? And if they do, are we going to really lose our shit? Is the season over because we lost?
It's already over if he's starting.
That's what I told Rocky.
Yeah.
If we get to Greer, then who gives a shit? I don't care who. I barely care who our second quarterback is. I damn sure don't care who our third quarterback is. I mean, I could care less. You know, rotate them through, move them up when you have to. If you got to put them through waivers, put them back on the practice squad, fine. More likely, nobody's going to pick them up, and if they do, go get another one. it doesn't matter. I just like, holy shit, you're wasting a roster spot for a third quarterback. They did it last year too. It made no sense last year.
Let me ask you a
But other
question.
than that, I'll go one more. Hamilton, we got him back, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I said it before. If Bo makes the team, Hamilton makes the team. If you cut Hamilton and you don't cut Bo, that is a sponsored grader to film. Because there's nothing on film. I don't give a shit if he's playing the 3 or the 1. When he played the 1, he outplayed Bo. When he played the 3, and yes, Bo played a little 3 in the preseason, he outplayed Bo. When they played the 2, he outplayed Bo. At the end of the story, he outplayed Bo.
Yep.
And there was no reason
He definitely
to
did.
keep him.
Mhm.
Now, it's fine because we got him back, and that's cool. You know, but that's – I mean, I saw the other day with David Hellman talked about the last 3 or 4 years how many draft picks that we've kept.
Right.
And it's like they're real good, like they're real big on keeping their draft picks and not putting them on waivers. So, like I said, that's a sponsor thing over
All of them? I think we
kept
have all
of them this year.
18.
Yeah, we kept all
All
of them this year.
18
every one of
are
them.
on the roster. Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, that's the only one. I mean, you know, I missed a few, which we always do. I was glad Thompson was cut, and I'm glad they cut Muck.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I predicted
sure.
that, but I also predicted only keeping so many cornerbacks, and I got that one wrong. So, but yeah,
Hey,
but overall,
Sadiq, I see you in the chat, girl.
Hey, Sadiqa.
hey,
Hey,
what's
let me
up?
ask you a question, Charlie.
Okay.
Would you rather keep a third quarterback or a fourth running back?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Marcus. Probably fourth running back.
Okay, wow. You really don't like the third quarterback.
Because he can play special teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
At least the fourth one, you can at least put him on special teams probably. A third quarterback, I mean, he's not going to do shit except sit on the sidelines with his fucking headpiece in and listening to the plays.
That's true.
You know, but yeah, that's a good question. That was and I just went with the running back.
Cooper Rush came into the league in 2017. Does he have enough experience where he would not hit waivers? Right,
No, he's a 4-year vet.
4 years.
Okay.
I don't know if he is because he was on the practice squad.
He was on the practice squad. You're right.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, he might be 3 years.
You're right. I'd have to look all that shit up.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Gilbert was going to take that job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'll pick Rush. I did get that one right, but
I don't understand why cut Gilbert to pick up Greer.
So Gilbert's not on the practice squad?
Gilbert's
Gilbert's with damn, where did he go?
Oh, he went to New England.
He went back to the Patriots.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he went back to the Patriots. He's got a couple of rings from being a backup to Brady for a few years, but I thought, what was the point of that? Why cut Gilbert to bring in Greer? You didn't bring in somebody better than Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot about Greer, but from what I understand, he's on the level of DiNucci, so I think Gilbert was better, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just didn't make a lot of sense, but like Brandon said too, by the time you get to that third quarterback, it's done anyway, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time focused on it or worried about it, but it just seems silly to cut somebody to bring in somebody else after you spent that much time with them in training camp and preseason. Seems like Gilbert would have had a better advantage than Greer coming in, who hasn't taken any snaps with the rest of the line.
Well, like I told Marcus last week, I don't worry about the backups that much. Just the season goes as that goes. You know, I mean, I understand if he misses 1 or 2 games, yeah, you can still hang in there. But I brought up, I think it was fucking Erica today. Even 3 games, that's a massive amount of games. You know, and like in 2008, Tony Romo missed 3 games. We went 1 and 2, and we had a good backup. We had Brad Johnson, and we still went 1 and 2 and missed the playoffs by 1 game. You know, so it just, I don't know. More times than not, I think people look too much at the big stories of the quarterbacks that came in like Dak. Well, that shit don't happen all the time. It very seldom happens. So I don't know. I don't really worry about. I'm not saying they're not important. Try to get the best one you can, but don't go out of your way and keep fucking 3 on a goddamn 53.
Yeah,
and shit like that. But
that comment from Philly Notion.
Hey, what's up, Philly?
Notion.
Don't troll too hard tonight.
If you guys haven't checked out Notion's latest video over there with this ridiculous umbrella dance thing he's doing, it is the best thing I've ever seen. I laughed until I couldn't breathe. Freaking silly Eagles. Thanks for coming by, Notion.
Yeah. Speaking of awful quarterbacks, never mind.
Speaking of one I auto drafted Hurts, and it hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
I auto drafted him. God.
Fuck it, let's move on to the
Brandon.
predictions.
All right.
Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eric, Mr.
My
Producer.
bad. My bad.
No, I'm just
Sorry.
dude, this is the first time we've all done this, so this is kind of
Right.
Yeah. Before we get
All
started,
right.
if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you like, make sure you share. We're about to go through our predictions and a bunch of other good talk. So make sure you put this out there. I know it's 9:00 on a Saturday night where a lot of you guys are, but there may be some people at home who just can't get enough of Cowboys talk like us, and they want to join in the convo.
Absolutely. Week 1 here next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, however you want to look at it. Well, hang on. There you go.
Yep.
And we'll go from there. Charlie, myself, and Rika have Tampa winning that game, and the 2 Buck fans down below got Cowboys taking it home.
So you calling us jinxes?
I think so, man.
like Celtic pride? That was an old reference. I don't know if anybody got that.
This starts Tom Brady's decline, week 1.
I agree.
How many times has that been said?
It's so many. It's got to happen eventually. So I got to stick with
18th
it.
year?
Yeah.
One.
So my big deal has always been this is a team that won the Super Bowl last year, coming back with all 22 starters. It just seemed, Tom Brady got some work this offseason with these guys. So to me, it's just a continuity thing for me on the Tampa side. And then, Dak not getting any work because of the injuries this offseason. Contrary to what Tuck has been saying about all that, I don't want to, bully him into this convo or try to pick on him while he was not here. But I understood what he was trying to say, and that, of course, in an ideal situation, you want Dak to get reps, right? You want him to throw. But when there's and I think the problem that Charlie had with what he was saying is that he was pro Dak getting reps with a banged up shoulder or an overstressed shoulder, but he was anti Lamb taking punts, which was weird. So just to clear that up,
yeah.
The whole reason I'm taking Tampa is because of, like Tuck said, you want Dak to get some reps. He didn't. Might be a little rust there. I don't know how long that would last, if there's any. I mean, the man got a ton of work this offseason outside of preseason games. I won't say it's going to be a slow start. I don't think it's going to be. But, again, 22 starters coming back. It's just a big deal to me, especially with another offseason under their belts. I don't know. I got Tampa this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I agreed with you, Eric. And my thing with picking Tampa for that win is I think it's going to be a really close game. I think they're going to win, but it's going to be really narrow. My thing is that you've got a defense that is what it's like. I think our defense is about 60% rookies coming out in their first real NFL game against Tom Brady. I mean, dang, that's a tall order asking those guys.
Tom Brady and weapons.
To shut down Tom Brady and to shut down those weapons. But, I'm really okay with it, though. I'm okay with it because I have always felt like every time you take a loss, you learn something. And we've got all these rookies. Who better to teach them about the game than Tom Brady, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, send them out there. Let's roll the dice and see what happens. It's week 1. You take the loss, brush it off, keep going. I've got a lot more to say about it, but we're going to go over Tampa Bay later in the show, so I'll be quiet.
Yeah, my thoughts are about the same. It's Tom Brady. It's the world champions. It's going to be a lot of hype on that game. We got a young defense, a new defense.
On the road.
I'm not so worried about Dak being in sync. I don't see it being a real big issue. I mean, it's not like he hasn't threw a ball. And I understand. This is a thing. I don't know. I always question, like, how many snaps do people want him to get in preseason?
Right.
Because I've seen people say, well, we just need to have a series or two. I'm like, well, what the fuck is a series or two going to do? He goes out there and he throws 3 fucking balls in the first
all
series.
Scripted, right?
Yeah,
right.
And 2,
usually you start a game with a script.
Them 5 balls just, oh shit, that motherfucker's in sync. Let's go Tampa Bay. And another thing you got to remember is that's the they was talking about that Houston game. That's still 3 weeks away after the Houston game. So, like, what are we going to get out of that? He's going to get in sync and it's set for 3 weeks. And what do we always say about bye weeks? We hate bye weeks because the teams come out slow and they're
especially
out of
younger
sync.
teams.
Yeah. So now you want Dak to get 1 or 2 series, 5 or 6 throws to get him in some kind of mythical sync. And then all of a sudden he's sets for 3 weeks and you just think, oh, them 5 throws back in, 2-3 weeks ago, that's all you needed. It just it never made no sense to me. And nobody had preseason last year, and it didn't fucking hurt that last year. He'll be fine.
I'm not buying into the fact that Dak Prescott needs a preseason game or a couple of series to get into sync. I mean, he didn't have a preseason in 2020, and he came out against the Rams with, I think that passer rating was right at 93%, 92.5%, something like that. It's a pretty damn good passer rating for a guy that didn't throw a ball in preseason and barely had a training camp. I'm not worried about Dak Prescott.
Anyways, Bluff, why you got him winning?
I mean, to add up on what you guys said, anybody who built a football field in their backyard, I'm not concerned about them being ready.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's getting his work in. We're just not seeing it.
Right.
That's optics people that think they see a guy do a 3-minute TikTok video and think he's in the best shape of his life.
And how often you think Ben McAdoo is at the crib?
Right.
They're talking to coaches. They got probably iPads and shit.
I said that when they hired McAdoo. The only reason he was hired as a consultant and not a coach is because coaches have limited time with players.
Exactly.
McAdoo is a quarterback guy. He can go to Ben's house. He can go to Gilbert. He can go to Dak. He can relay whatever messages he wants to relay.
He probably has a room at Dak's house.
Right. He's a consultant.
Heck yeah.
His time is unlimited.
He got Natalie over there making him sandwiches and shit.
Yeah, made me a damn sandwich.
But for me, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's a coin toss. I just feel like this defense is going to make a play that we haven't done in years past. I think we got a lot more firepower up the middle on defense than we've had in the past. Urban, tall guy, can knock some balls down. Especially
with Brady being such a statue in the pocket.
Right.
That push up the middle could be his kryptonite,
Right. We got guys who could push the middle, and then we got Parsons, who I think could be unblockable on the blitz.
He's my X factor in this game.
That's mine too, Lambo. I got it. I think we're probably going to be 30 something, maybe even 40 something. But I feel like our defense can make a play to get us a stop, because I don't think they can stop us either. People talk about that defense, but I watched them all year. They had a couple of really bad games early, and the teams that they had bad games against are no better than our team offensively.
Yeah, I can see that happen on defense. That's how we will win.
I could see that happening on theirs
the only
too.
way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I could go to the future and see that can happen, then but I don't know if it's going to happen. But if that happens, 100% agree with you. We'll win that game. We'll definitely win. And I'm hyped for the defense. So when I say I'm worried about the defense, I'm worried about the defense in game one. As this season goes on, I can't remember last time I've been this excited for a defense. Right. I mean, because probably early mid 2000s, maybe somewhere in there. I was excited. Yeah, so I'm ready for the defense. Go ahead, Lambo.
Before people go crazy, I'm not saying we're gonna shut Tom Brady down. He's probably gonna have 350. He's probably
gonna get sacked 7 times. He's gonna fumble 3.
What you got to score out, Marcus? Where do you think the score is gonna be? I got it 31-27 Bucs.
38-40 or something like that. It's gonna be high.
Yeah,
we're not shutting Brady down.
You can be within 3 points.
Yeah,
we're not shutting them down. We got to get a stop, and I think the defense can do it this year.
Tell us what you think, Lambeau.
I mean, Marcus hit it all on the head. But my main thing is just maybe I'm too high on him because I've loved the guy for a long time now. But I feel like Parsons is going to have an immediate impact.
No, you're not too high on him.
This is gonna set this fan base on fire, man. He's going to come out there, I think, week 1 against the GOAT, and it's going to be the sign of times of a new elite talent in the league coming in, and a long time GOAT showing his slow decline out of this league as Parsons sack strips him in the fourth
2010
quarter.
wants their fucking quotes back, bro.
Mentally break him and make him start thinking about retirement.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
hard
with
for
you.
me.
Hopefully.
I want to make jokes about Tom Brady being an old man, but dang,
How many
he's a
times
year
you lose
younger
them
than me.
bets?
People have been trying to retire him for 10 years now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
they have.
no, Lambo, you ain't too high on him. It's just
No, you're
everybody
not.
else had to catch up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I was one of them. So, you're not too high on him. Let's move on to the next game, Mr. Producer.
Yeah. Week 2, traveling cross country. We're headed to LA in the what is that, SoFi?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice ass stadium, but again, short week, going cross country
It was actually
on the
a long
road.
week.
Is it what?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a long week.
week.
You
It's
get a
a long
couple
week.
extra days, right?
Yeah, we get a good 10 days in there.
But still, okay, 3 days travel, whatever. It's that's tough to do. East Coast to West Coast, that's the time difference. Some people gonna have jet lag. You're staying in a hotel, you're not comfy. But I get it. So why do the 3 that have LA winning? Go ahead and give us your
Same
explanation
reason
there.
you just said. It's a road game. It's a West Coast game. It's coming from the East Coast back to the Central Coast, and 4 or 5 days later, going back out to the West Coast. And I think San Diego is going to be better than most people think. And I'm hyped on this defense, but I think it's going to take a couple of games to get going. And they got a pretty good defense too. So
Pretty good quarterback,
and
young
a good
but
quarterback. So, and like I said, it just road games, just one of the funny things. I know people pissed off because I just made us go 0-2.
Yeah.
But it won't be the first time they get pissed off at me. But no, that's the main reason.
Yeah.
And like I said, none of these games I'll pick us to lose will I be shocked if we win. None of them. It's not like if we beat Tampa, I'm not gonna be like, damn, dude, we just did that.
Yeah, for these like before season shits. I mean, you're comparing rosters at this point.
There's nothing. We can point with any team in an NFL. There's not a team we can't go point for point with.
Right.
So if we win any of the games I pick us to lose, I'm not going to be shocked. I mean, we can go to Kansas City, beat Kansas City. I won't be shocked. We can beat them. But it's just you just kind of go with the law of averages.
Yeah.
And that don't always work out either for me. So,
hey, most years I go whatever 19 or 21 or 20-0, whatever the count is to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
Just in case I'm right one time.
What you think, Buff?
Since I got us winning week 1, that's just going to be the talk of the league. The team start to come in and kind of smell themselves a little bit, and then they go cross country. A very hungry Chargers team, very young, and that'll be their way. That'll be their Super Bowl. Like, okay, they beat Tampa Bay, we beat them, and that'll be kind of their rallying cry to get us at home and take us down after being the defending champs.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. How about this? So I don't know any Charger fans, and I know we got a ton of Cowboys fans in LA. That should be a home game, regardless of being on the road or traveling cross country. We should dominate.
We'll have a shitload of fans.
Bring up that T-shirt with the attendance trophy. That should be a home game for us.
Yes.
I don't think the East Coast to West Coast thing is going to play into this one as much as what it normally would, because we play Thursday night, and so then we have a 10-day span in there before we have to hit the West Coast. And when I chose the Cowboys for the win on this one, honestly, I was betting for Will McClay. And we got to it. We got to that 12th pick, and you're sitting there and you're looking at Micah Parsons on one side and Rashawn Slater on the other side, and I'm screaming at my television like a maniac for Rashawn Slater, and we don't take him. And we're going to go in there and put him head to head, and let's see who's better. So I think Will McClay is probably better at his job than I would be. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys are going to win that one, and it'll be a pretty good win. It'll be by at least a score, maybe 2.
Lambo,
it won't be one of those little 3-point narrow ones. I think we're going to have a good day in week 2. Dak will be settled in,
synced up.
I don't synced up. I don't think he's really has much rust to knock off. I think any rust he's got is going to be knocked off in 2 series at the most. So I think the offense will be rolling by then, and I don't think that Chargers offense has anything that our defense won't be able to handle.
Who's covering Keenan Allen?
Even as young as they are.
You putting Diggs on Allen?
Oh, Keenan plays everywhere though.
Yeah, he's
and
everywhere.
Diggs ain't gonna travel.
So he's not going to travel. Okay.
I doubt.
So you're gonna have Anthony Brown on Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Nashawn Wright. You're gonna have.
I think you're gonna have Kennedy in the mix.
What worries me?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have Kennedy in the mix in there.
Yeah, I hope to see a lot of Kennedy versus a lot of Brown.
He's fast.
I think Justin Herbert's big arm, his deep ball kind of worries me. I'm not so sure. Our secondary, I'm hoping our secondary has improved enough to where we don't give up any big plays downfield. But I will say, I feel like Justin Herbert's gonna take some deep shots on us, and it's really gonna test that secondary. And
I think I think instead of really depending on our secondary, we need to really put our faith in the front seven and the pass rush. Yeah.
But we struggle a lot against mobile quarterbacks.
We just seem to be the type of team historically, as of late, that will go out there and play very well against someone like Tampa that just won a Super Bowl and then come back to the next week after beating the best and just drop one. I mean, not that Chargers are a bad team, they're a great team, but I don't know, it's this Cowboy thing to do. You beat the Super Bowl champs on the road, and then drop the next one.
I'm hoping to see a lot of reps from Cox in this game. I want to see the linebacker matched up with Eckler. One of the better, maybe sleeper, but one of the better receiving backs in the league. I think that's going to be a really good matchup, maybe even the key matchup for that game.
Eckler. Marcus, you got him on your fantasy team, don't you?
I have him on every fantasy team.
So
He's a beast.
I'm gonna need him to not do
fantasy god right there.
I have 7 fantasy teams, and I think
you can usually get them pretty late. I don't know about this year. I haven't done any yet. Most of mine are this weekend, so I don't know yet. But
shit!
If it's PPR, then then he's a definitely.
I think Charlie forgot to draft.
Drafting tonight.
Auto drafted
Charlie. Drafted Jalen Hurts. You done drafted a whole injured squad.
And speaking of that, Austin Eckler made a Instagram post that said if you have him on your team and you make a post and tag him, he's gonna give out a free jersey every week, a couple of free jerseys signed.
Nice.
So I have him in seven leagues, so I have a good chance of getting the Austin Eckler jersey this year.
In my 12-team league that drafts tomorrow, Marcus, I ended up pulling the number 1 pick, and I'm pissed off. I hate number 1 pick, man.
I do too.
God, it sucks. There ain't nobody left that I want when it comes back around.
Looking crazy asked the question, so nobody thinks we go 2-0 to start the season.
It doesn't look like it, not from this group. Now, I will say this, mine and Charlie's predictions are from a previous show. I didn't change anything. So
I didn't either.
It's kind of roster. It's still, even if you made some new selections, it's still roster against roster when you're making these predictions as of right now. No, you're not going into week 6 predicting, well, we got injuries here, or these guys are hurt here, or they're really running the ball well here, or they're passing all over everybody, or you don't have any of that information. So this is roster against roster pretty much every week for the entire year.
I tell you what, if we win these first 2 games, I'm gonna be that obnoxious fan that starts talking about how we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna feel very confident about it. That's a great way to start your season on the road against 2 great teams and beating both of them. Man,
will you block everyone on Twitter who doesn't agree with you, Brandon?
Yep, blocked.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, week 3, finally a home game.
Yep.
Against the Eagles. I think most of y'all or all of y'all will be there.
I will be there.
I think a lot of the content creators are getting together. That's what's up. Everybody's got the Eagles. No surprises here. I think we all.
They could be the returning Super Bowl champs, and we could have won one game last year, and I don't think I could pick the Eagles.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, I have, but it disgusts me.
Yeah, but for a good reason, I think we picked at the end, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So week 3, no surprises here. I think quarterback matchup is a joke. Roster really, coaching. I think we've got them beat on most levels.
Yeah, that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Be at home. Is this one of the games where we'll be rocking whites?
Yes.
Monday night.
I saw you
football.
posted.
The
games.
first two games will be in
Yeah.
Blues.
Blues, and then your color rush is on Thanksgiving. Did I read that correctly?
More than likely, yeah.
Probably,
Usually,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I have to see.
I'll move on to week 4
Yeah.
here. I don't think there's any surprises.
It's gonna be a streak.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be playing the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gonna see a lot of stars coming up here pretty quickly.
You know what we're gonna see is CD Lamb make JC Horn look like his child.
Yes, he is.
Any chance Cam goes back to Carolina?
I don't know.
Is anybody going to pick him up?
I don't know.
I
That'd
think
that would be Washington football team, right? I think everybody has made that connection with the coach Rivera there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Whoever gets him,
He
will be after
doesn't-
week 1.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
injury.
play. He doesn't want to play backup. He doesn't want to get a COVID vaccine. I mean, Belichick said that he was a model athlete in the locker room last year. I don't know. It seems like Cam is still Cam, and he's
Yep.
walking. He's got his cute outfits and his glasses, and that's really what he's concerned about. And I
don't think he's
been
been able to throw the ball right since the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely regressed. He's not 2015 Cam at all.
It just looks weird as fuck coming out of his hand.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now,
It's like this throw down type. I don't know. It's weird. Just looks weird to me.
Color Rush is week 17 against Arizona,
Okay.
okay.
which was
No.
an odd time to do that. I didn't understand.
It is an odd time to do that.
And that'll be a nooner.
Yeah.
When are we going to get an all blue color rush?
See, I don't
I
like
think it would
those
look
all
so much
white.
better. I don't
I
like
think
the
the
all
all
white.
blue would be nice.
I think so too.
Yeah. Now we all got Carolina on this one, but this is like that Jets game from a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
The matchups in this game could be scary because we also struggle against teams who can hit that deep ball, and Robbie Anderson can and
Sam Darnold.
Robbie
Another
Anderson
receiving
and,
back.
what's the other receiver? DJ Moore. Those guys can get vertical. So
Yeah.
that one could get a couple of home runs that keep the game closer than we expect.
Another
But I
good
still
running
think
back,
we pull it
pass
out.
catcher.
And their defensive front seven is very underrated. in
Is
Carolina.
CMC going in all of y'all's fantasy leagues? Number 1.
No, not in mine.
Ooh.
I'm between him and Cook right now, and I got drafted tomorrow, and I'm first.
Surprisingly, most of the leagues I'm playing, Kamara's been going number 1.
Kamara.
Yeah.
I'm worried about both. Both teams. I don't know why we're getting into fantasy, but both teams kind of regressed at quarterback, I think. So I could see where that drop off comes from. But man, those two, they just carry their fucking teams, especially in a PPR league.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I've got the number 1 overall pick tomorrow. So on Monday. So
Who you taking?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out who
Y'all
I'm
try to
taking
talk me
tomorrow.
out of CMC real quick.
Right now, I'm thinking McCaffrey, but I don't know, man. Cook and Kamara is definitely into the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, week 5. We've got the Giants. No surprises
The
here.
Giants. I think everybody retired. I don't even know who's
Right.
on a team at this
The habit
point.
team. Daniel Jones scares nobody.
Yeah.
Daniel
JG.
Jones.
He don't scare the turf either.
Daniel Jones falls down more than I do. It's ridiculous.
I think my
This would be also
1-year-old
spilling out
walks
party.
better.
Does anybody feel like JG will be the interim coach at some point this season?
God, I hope so.
They've adopted the
I wish.
offense, which is I'm fucking ecstatic about. That's one team we don't have to worry about in the division for sure.
Just watch them curl routes.
You just sit on them curls, man. You're good. Yeah, we can move on from here.
All right.
Pats next. I think everybody's got them too. We got them covered up, I believe. Obviously a fantastic coach and always a battle.
That was one of those games I really kind of felt like it could go either way, but with with Mac Jones out there and a few changes that they've made, I mean, it's not like the past 3 years ago where you knew that they were probably going to win. I want to see them a few times. That's one that I may change my mind on before that week 6 rolls around.
Yeah, but looking at last year,
I'm not going to underestimate Belichick. He's an excellent coach.
I do think Mac Jones is going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think he's going to be a great Bill Belichick quarterback.
In that system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see them. I want to see what they do at the beginning of the season. So for now, I'm gonna go Cowboys. But I might change my mind.
Tom Brady didn't have weapons there either. So
no, he didn't.
I know they got a couple of good tight ends. I think they want to play in chess. They'll call it rooking. They want to play. They just want to smash castles. 2 tight end sets. Run both those guys, kind of like when Gronk and Hernandez were back there. I think they're kind of trying to revert to that. Keep it simple for the quarterback. Now that they're going with the rookie,
if either can stay healthy though.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Both of them do have injury concerns, or histories. Excuse me. But let's go. Let's move on from there.
All right, come on, Philly Notion. That's where I got to fucking stop you there, buddy.
The basement. Come on.
Are you high?
If you want to have an educated conversation, we'll have one. But when you start dropping into West Coast Cowboys shit and saying dumb shit like that, I can't have a fucking conversation with you. Go on his goddamn timeline and say some bullshit like that. I'm done.
And week 8.
Week 8. Let me hit it. No, week 7.
I'm sorry.
Week 7. No, it's my bad.
No.
We got the bye on week
7's
7.
a bye. Yeah.
I need to go back one, I believe.
Yeah, we're at the with Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. We all have a dub there.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh.
Lambo don't.
Lambo does it.
Lambo don't.
Lambo going with the bikes.
I
ain't
don't know,
gonna lie to
man.
you, Lambo. I changed that. I had the bikes and I changed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed like we was on a bit of a streak, and all good things eventually come to an end. I don't know. I just feel like I feel
You
like
gotta sneak your losses in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wouldn't be realistic if I thought we were going to win every game this season.
Right.
But I feel like it's one of the games that could be really close. Dalvin Cook's a very dangerous man.
They got weapons for sure.
They got the weapons on the outside. I think it's going to be one
Quarterback's
of those games.
efficient.
It's just a really close game, and it was a really close game, and it's in Minnesota. I just gave a slight edge to him. This is barely. I think it'd be a really close game.
Yes, he is.
Sadiqa.
Yeah.
Garrett's still with the Giants. Or the Giants still with the Giants. I don't know. Other than Jason Garrett and Daniel Jones, who's on that team again?
They had 3 or 4 guys retire, including Joe.
Yeah, Joe Looney.
He was there a day. It was like,
Poor
nah,
Joe.
I'm good.
He's like,
I'm good.
I could get paid millions of dollars to play for this team, or I could just
I don't
maybe
know if he
go
was
home
making
and
millions. He had to have been
go
getting
home
that
and binge
minimum,
watch Walking Dead again. I think I'm gonna head to the house.
Eric, I gotta go audio now, so if you could take me off and
Cool.
I'll log back in on my phone.
All right.
10-4.
All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right, bro.
And let me pull this shit back up. All right. Week 8. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. What's
Week 8. So after the Vikings game, we've got the Broncos. No surprises here. I think, again, roster to roster, there's just not a lot of scares you with that team. A lot of older talent. And what's up with the quarterback? So
Thank you, Sadiqa. Thank you.
she went over to
Yeah, she moved over. That's what I was
she
saying.
switched
Gotcha.
streams.
Yeah, and I told her thank you for it. See, that's nice. I ain't mean all the time.
It's seldom.
Really?
It's rare.
Yeah, as long as people are polite like that and good, educated fans, it's when they say stupid shit that I got to get mean.
Week 8, Broncos.
Week 9.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, week 9.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm skipping the bye.
I'm not
My bad.
sweating the Denver Donkeys at all.
Denver Donkeys.
No problemo.
Yeah, I ain't too worried about them. Mainly because the quarterbacks don't scare me.
That's how I usually go, Lambo.
Yeah,
I kind of look at the quarterback, and
Right.
I usually go who has a better quarterback, and it's even. Then I start looking at other shit.
That doesn't mean, by the way, that I think Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback because I really don't think he is. But
He actually is a good quarterback.
I mean,
though.
he's good.
He really is.
He's not great. He's good.
I will say this.
He's enough
Eric's heard
with
me
their
say
weapons.
this.
He's efficient.
Outside Dak Prescott, he's probably one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. For some reason, people just if I show you a bunch of efficiency stats like EPA
Without the name next to it,
he's at the top of every fucking one.
Yeah.
He's above Rodgers, Rodgers, and he's above Dak and a lot of that shit. He's a good. He just for whatever reason I don't know, but fans are kind of down on him. Or just think
he's goofy as fuck. I think that's why people don't like him.
He's a goofy athlete,
you know. But anyways, what's the next one?
See, we took the Broncos out.
Here's the Atlanta game.
Oh goddamn!
What the hell does that mean?
Fucking tie.
I
Eric
take
a tie.
Eric,
You didn't see a bluff in the chat giving him hell for it.
That's
Everybody's going to give
prediction.
me everybody. Yeah, exactly. Some people call it a cop out. Myself and Lambo call that shit bold prediction. I gave us
think
a tie.
Lambo was being a smart ass. I don't think he's being serious.
He was being honest as fuck. Trust me. Right, Lambo?
Sure.
No, I mean, there's one every year.
Are you on the Kyle Pitts train?
Why not us? Why not us? I am on the Kyle Pitts train still. I made it back to the caboose. I'm finna jump off, but I'm actually might draft him this year, depending on how late I can get him. But yeah, I've got a tie here. I look at again.
We'll have to ask Bluff when he gets back on why he has Atlanta.
The first thing I see here, or the first thing I do when I am doing these types of deals where you have no information other than the roster, is the roster. And I feel like Atlanta matches up with us pretty evenly across the board. Quarterback's good. He's not great, but he's good. Weapons are decent. That defense is a lot like ours, young, hungry. They got some older guys on that defense, but I just feel like in the dome, that's going to, they're a dome team too.
I'm about to add Bluff back real quick.
Okay. Is it? There's the audio. I didn't even see it.
I just can't imagine. I feel like they're going to notice the loss of Julio more than people are letting on this season.
Bluff, you there? All right, go ahead, Lambo.
Yeah, I feel like the loss of Julio is going to show a little bit. Calvin Ridley's looked great, but he's also, Julio's been there too. I mean,
he's the guy now. Well,
he's the guy.
So it'd be interesting to see him handle that wide receiver one role where he's consistently matching up with the team's best cornerbacks and teams can shade somebody over more often. And Kyle Pitts, historically tight ends have never came out the gates just blowing it up the rookie year. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah. I
just feel like Kyle Pitts makes up a little bit, at least, you could say 70-80% of what Julio does as far as – because Julio is a big yards guy, right? He's a huge volume reception guy. He doesn't score a lot.
No, he doesn't get a lot. It reminds me of Texans wide receiver Johnson.
Andre Johnson, exactly.
Andre Johnson.
Or even D-Hop when he was there.
He was a beast. He just never could get in a touch. But a lot of that
it just feels –
but
see where they've upgraded – with Kyle Pitts is that red zone threat. I think this kid might set a record for at least for rookie tight ends coming in. Now, of course, you might call him a wide receiver or whatever because he'll be split out. But this guy's going to put up points. I don't see anybody in the league right now that can fucking go toe to toe with this dude in the red zone one-on-one. I just don't.
True.
There's not a lot, but we got some big ass corners that might be able to. And a safety that's pretty fucking tall that might be able to do that in the red zone when it crunches down when the field gets smaller. So I don't know. I fucking chalked it up as a tie. Fuck y'all.
Oh, shit. There you go,
I hear you, Marcus.
Fuck him in the neck. Hey, Big Marcus, why did you pick Atlanta?
First of all, shouts out to Eric for the cop-out answer. Honestly, I looked at what we picked, and I see us on a 6-game winning streak, and I just feel like the team will just really start feeling themselves at this point.
That was my
And
Vikings reason.
Yeah.
this is kind of a revenge game. I'm real big on revenge games.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We embarrassed Atlanta last year in a game they should have won, and I just think this year this might be one of those payback games. I mean,
I can see
Embarrassed
that.
him
no
so
reason
bad,
other
Dan
than
Quinn
that.
came to us.
Right.
That was a reason I didn't pick them, is because we beat them with Mr. Julio. I think we can beat them without Julio.
Yeah,
And
I can see
I
that.
think
I do what Marcus does sometimes too. If I got a lot of wins in a row, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's put a
That is
L in
what
here
I did with the
somewhere, 'cause-
Vikings pick.
That's
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
exactly what Lambo said with the Vikings. Speaking
Yeah,
of
we're
cop
not
out
gonna win
answers,
every game, you know. So yeah, I agree.
Just drop one in there.
no, I feel you. And again, it goes back to what I said. I think that's the fucking roster that matches up.
The question is, did anybody pick us to pick?
Well, you obviously think that match it up real fucking even.
I'm curious to see this next one, because this is the one I think could be the first time we all go the opposite direction.
Let me go.
Ooh,
Go ahead,
ooh.
Derek. Go ahead.
Okay, week 11, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh shit.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Shows what we think
Everybody's
about
got
them
the
versus
Chiefs.
the Bucs.
Yeah, man. It's just look, man. For me, it's the fucking Chiefs. It's in their house in Arrowhead. The crowd's back this year.
Yeah,
It's
that
Patrick
crowd's major.
Mahomes. It's Andy Reid. It's Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill. Look, man. They're probably the best team in the NFL, and we're going into their house. But again, would us beating them surprise me? No, not at all. But just like Jesus, and with me, I've had us on like a 7-game win streak. And hell, if we're going to lose, I might as well pick Kansas City. That'd be a good L to take at that time.
Yeah.
You know, but that's one of the ones I look at quarterbacks. I can't say the matchup because I love Dak, but Mahomes is he's on another level than any quarterback in the NFL.
Nobody's on his level.
He's not like when people put him in tiers. If you put Patrick Mahomes in tier 1, then you got to start everybody else with tier 2 because he's in a tier of himself. So they got advantage there. I think we have advantage on overall weapons on offense.
Yeah.
You know, and then it comes down to the defense. That's where by that time maybe our defense has climbed and learned, and maybe we can go in there and hold them to 31 instead of 41, and maybe sneak a win in there or something. But it's not a bad loss for all of us to pick. That's not a bad thing.
Dropping Hill and Kelce with the arm talent of Mahomes and the speed of McCole Hardman, it's just a tough task. It's a lot of speed.
Got to play fast.
It's tough for anybody to beat. I mean, hell, they would have been back-to-back champs if it wasn't for losing 2 offensive tackles. I mean, they just they're a good team, dude. I mean, they're not good. They're great. So
they are a good team, and I had between Atlanta and Kansas City, I knew we were going to lose one of these right here. Atlanta, I was kind of like Eric, but not a dumbass enough to pick a tie. So I was like, I'll go ahead and go Cowboys here, go Chiefs the next thing. My thing with the Chiefs is that they have some new personnel on their line, and I think, and I'm pretty much alone in this take, and that's all right, but after watching last year's Super Bowl, my thoughts were we either need to downgrade Mahomes or we need to elevate Dak, because Patrick Mahomes, without his starting tackles, couldn't find the end zone. I don't think he can perform. I don't think he can perform without a good line protecting him. I don't think that he is as good as Dak. I think that we saw Dak do some amazing things in 4 weeks without a starting line last year. And I think Patrick Mahomes at the Super Bowl couldn't do it because he didn't have his starting tackles. So depending on how good his line is going to depend on how good Patrick Mahomes is. I think he's a great quarterback, and he's got some awesome little trick throws in there, and I think he's great, and I really like the guy. But
he had 2 dropped in the end zone in that game. One, he hit the dude in the helmet doing a front flip. He did a front flip, landed it, did the perfect little tuck, and then threw it 50 yards, hit the dude in the helmet. He's not
bad. That was a bad game overall for all of Kansas City. And that's what me and Eric went back and forth a little bit about this, because I agree with Eric. The receivers dropped the ball. The offense line wasn't worth the shit. But what I would say
O-line, I'm with you. O-line sucked, but Mahomes was great.
See, that's where we disagreed. No,
is great, but I don't think he's greater. I don't think he's that much greater than Dak. I think that Dak could have overcome those deficiencies in his line. I think that he could have. I think
Eric
that
disagree.
I think we would have had some really big wins the beginning of last season if we didn't have a defense that was giving up 40 points a game. Dak couldn't control that, but Dak put up a whole lot of points on the board
without his tackles,
without his tackles, with about a bunch of undrafted free agents, and he was scrambling and he was hitting the targets and he was getting it done. And Patrick Mahomes didn't even find the end zone.
And that's where me and Eric disagree
on that.
On that specific game, is that I blame all of them. And me and Eric went back and forth about this a while back. Is that nobody put anything on Patrick Mahomes that game, and it's not like Aaron Rodgers. No matter what happens, it's never fucking Aaron Rodgers' fault. It's the coach, it's the system, it's the goddamn players around him, but it's never his fault. With that game, everybody gave Patrick Mahomes the excuse of the no tackles, the wide receivers dropping the ball. 100% that he needs that excuse. But there was plays that he normally would make, that he would make throws and make a play that he didn't make. He did not play as well as he normally would either. But he's still, in my eyes, by far, tier 1, tier 0, whatever you want to call it. He's way above everybody else.
His uniform was dirty, man. He was tired. Yeah. He can't make all the plays. Somebody got to step up.
No, somebody does. I mean, like I said, I think it was a team thing. I think the offensive line wasn't good. I think the receivers wasn't good, and I think Mahomes didn't make plays that he normally made. He made some bad throws. There were some throws you're like, "What the hell you're doing?" 99% of the time you hit that throw, But yeah, you go without your both offensive tackles. That's kind of a hard task to do.
Yeah, especially against that defense.
Especially against that defense. All right,
which isn't the best pass rushing, but against the run, they were one-dimensional, right? And one-dimensional without their protection. So, yeah, I'm with you. Week 12, Raiders. The Raiders. Everybody's got the Cowboys winning. No surprises here.
It's been a minute since we went on Thanksgiving.
Let's go.
What the hell their problem is? Let's do this thing. Freaking win a damn game. Stop ruining my holidays, man.
I know, right? It ruins Thanksgiving when we lose on Thanksgiving. It just I go back home to see my family all in Virginia Beach, and we always have it at my grandma's house. And my family's all diehards, especially my grandma. She cusses like a sailor, throws stuff at the TV. She goes,
"Grandma need a meat."
You would love her. Everybody loves her. She's been a fan since 1960, and she takes it so serious. I mean, every single game you'll see her yell once, cry once, smile, laugh. She goes through all kinds of emotions. But when they lose, my whole family, you don't even see the food be touched. Everybody just walks around in silence and cussing and pissed off. We all separate early, and everybody leaves the house.
The pie doesn't taste as good when they lose, man.
No, it sucks.
Yeah, losing never affects me eating. I'm always going to eat. As you can see.
We started eating before the game. We've started eating before the game because we get so pissed off that we just can't even
get your meal in before the game.
Yeah, get it in so we already ate it just in case we suck or something.
I hear you. Marcus, you got it? You still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
You guys are killing it so far. I'm just listening.
I'm just listening.
Any thoughts on the Raiders game?
No, we're gonna destroy them on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, we got 2 years of pent up losses to take out on them.
All right, let's see here. After the Raiders, we've got the Saints.
On to the Saints.
With Jameis Winston at quarterback, despite what a lot of people think about having that other guy, Taysom Hill. I don't think he's getting any snaps. They'll probably run it like they did with, Sean Payton will have him out there on the snaps and running some RPOs and shit like that. But I think that'll –
I want to change my pick.
Yeah, so why do y'all have the Saints pick winning that game?
It's in the dome.
It's in the dome.
I think Jameis Winston is better than most people think he is. I know he throws a lot of picks, but I think he'll be in a different system.
He puts up a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns too.
Yeah. It's just I think that system in Tampa Bay, that's not that system. You got to be a little bit better quarterback than he is. I think Sean will reel him in, and I think he'll do great underneath Sean. And I think they'll be better than what most people think they will be. And it's in the dome. It's on the road, and I'm real big on road games. Road games are hard to win in the NFL.
It's true.
And they got a good defense. So I just one of the things I just can't have us going 17-0.
I'm gonna ask y'all to keep up with the comments if y'all want to post them up. I gotta have this other shit open, and it's hard for me to go back and forth.
Nobody's posting in a few minutes.
If y'all want to, okay. Well, scroll down because if you keep it on one, it don't.
Yeah, I know you'll miss out on the call. Mm-hmm. I've done that before.
I think a lot of people are putting in their predictions. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the Cowboys here. Mendoza says that Jameis is my guy, though.
Oh, Jack Meeker's in here.
Jack Meeker's here. He's got Dallas.
What is up, Meeker?
What's up, Jack?
The Lunatic Saints says it'll be close.
Now, I will say this. This is the game where if Lyle Collins is not playing, it changes my my prediction. Because
Cam Jordan, yeah.
Cam Jordan can destroy a game plan.
Game record.
If you don't have if you don't have a good tackle on him.
So, do you slide Zach Martin out there for this game?
Well, according to reports, they said Zach Martin's not sliding out this year.
Well, I think the way they worded it is more like, I hope we don't get to that point. If we lose, we lost everybody, Tyron and Lael. And then I think even who's our swing? Even he went down last. Cam, even he went down, didn't he?
Yeah.
So we were down to, Steele and Knight, and that's it. So I think that's why they said that. But man, if you're trying to protect a record, if you're trying to protect Dak and Cam Jordan is wrecking it, I don't see how you can avoid putting a Zach Martin out there.
Exactly. See, that's why I told Rock the other day. Me and Rock was talking about that. I understand if you want to keep a swing tackle. Honestly, I think Martin should be your swing tackle. Of course, you keep one on the roster because you got to have one. But I think he should be your first. And if he's not your first, that's great. Like this game, it looks like if Collins don't play, they're going to put either Ninsky or Steele out there. That's fine. But this is my point. What you don't do, if they're struggling at halftime, you go into halftime and they're struggling, then you don't wait 3, 4, 5 games in to finally move Zach Martin out there. You say, fuck it, Martin, you're going to right tackle, put McGovern in at right guard, and you solve your issue. Don't wait. If you want to give them a chance, I get it. Try to give them a chance, but don't just let them get beat like a drum and just keep throwing them back out there. That would be useless.
Yeah.
Martin, just slide Martin out there at halftime and say, there we go. That we got our best 5. And I know there's some rumors that Martin don't like to play tackle. Well, I love Martin. Martin's my guy, but I don't really give a shit what he likes.
Yeah.
We're paying him a lot of money.
You're getting paid, bro.
Yeah, you get
if
paid.
Martin wants a ring, he better slide on over.
I mean, you want Dak on the sideline again? How is that playing any position without Dak?
Slide on out there, do what they ask you to do. And if at the end, I can see if they saying, hey, we want to move you to right tackle exclusively, then fine, hold out for
Give me some more money. Right.
Yeah, but until then, if you're just a backup, take your ass out there and play right tackle. I don't care what he wants.
Yeah. The lunaticness. No. I'm talking about last year, before Naseki got here, bro. With what was his name? Cam Irving. That's what it was.
Cam Irving.
Yeah, he went down after both Tyron and Leia was out, and all we had.
He wasn't there at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, all we had was Steele and Knight.
Then left again.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were down to Steele by week. It was week 3, right, against Seattle. We had Steele
was in their first game of the year.
Yeah, we only had Tyron for 2 of the games that Dak was healthy.
Right. Freaking Steele, man.
Yeah.
Damn, Terrence Steele's going to give me a damn brain tumor. I can't.
I will give those 2 credit along with who's the damn O-line coach? What's it, Philbin? Both, I'll give them guys credit towards the end of the year. They actually had their shit together. Now, we didn't face, top tier edge rushing defenses, but no, it looks like we lost Marcus there. He's got a setup. He's actually on the clock, so bear with him. He's actually at work having to deal with that shit. So, he'll be in and out there. He's back. Okay. And if y'all don't mind paying attention to that.
Yeah, Eric, just take care of this shit. I got all this.
Okay.
I'm Mr. Producer too.
We've got 8 people signed into the account.
Man, you guys
Y'all
missed them a
motherfuckers
whole
can handle it.
I'm
t-shirt
not
thing at
signed
the
in.
beginning. You're lousy producers.
Yeah, that's
Fixing
what
to
I
make
said last
Brandon a
week.
damn producer.
Well, no, next week we'll give everybody our account, and that way they come in, we can all do it.
Yeah, I'll
Because
click on it if
Marcus
I'm
is better
signed
Yeah,
than
in.
my
all of us
nickname
at
is a
it.
joke, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm not good
Yeah,
at this.
Marcus is great at doing that shit.
Moving on. What is
How you
this,
doing?
week 13? Where are we at? Week
Mhm.
14 on a Sunday.
14, yeah.
Oh,
And
disgust me that I picked
this is
that.
our first game with Washington, and it's on the road. So Charlie, Bluff, and Lambeau all have an L here. I've got us winning the first one against Washington, and it's basically just because you got to pick one or the other. I think we split with them.
Yeah.
That's why I picked.
They're one of the
playing
teams we'll split with.
Mhm.
I think well, you'll see later. I think I take a sweep over the Giants, and then we split with Washington and Philly, and only Philly because at the end of the season we should have everything wrapped up. The division should be ours, and they'll probably not play some key players there. Why
Thank you,
Washington
Jack.
this game, guys?
Jack likes your picks, Rika.
I know it. Charlie, stop calling me that.
But I picked Washington because Eric knows this. He's known me long enough. When I picked the games at the beginning of the year, I usually split all the division games home and away, unless I just feel like we are dominant over one team, or
Yeah.
I feel like that team is dominant over us, which has been in the past at times. But with Washington, I think we're better than them, but I think they're good enough that we're on the road. When we go on the road, I think they could take us on the road. It's just but that's just how I am. I just kind of the divisions. I just kind of try to split them because, dude, weird shit happens in division games.
Yep.
I always use the example. 1995, we finished 12-4. Fucking Washington finished 6-10. Washington beat us both times that year. They swept us.
Yeah.
They swept us. It just weird shit happens in them games.
That defense is no joke.
No, their defense is not even close to being a joke. They're legit on defense. So I got them winning the game. But like I said, it's not.
If they can manage on offense, they got a shot to beat us.
Yeah. Yep. Grr at Charlie. Why are you grrring me?
Probably because you're making fun of Rika. Yeah.
Oh, from making fun of Rika? Rika, I mean.
Shut up.
Yeah, I got them splitting, so I pretty much look at we're playing in their home stadium.
Yeah.
Playing at their place. I'm just gonna split it that way. We'll win at home. They'll win at home. Their defense is gonna be really tough. Really tough. And by that time of the year, who knows how many offensive linemen we have on the field? Hopefully, most of them are still out there. But
Gotcha, Marcus. You can you hear? You able to comment at this time, or
he chose to mute? I tried to.
I see he's muted, so we'll just
I try to
move
click
on.
it, but it said you can't click it.
I'm almost positive his answer is going to be something similar to that.
Yeah,
splitting
we'll
the division
get back with him. He
away.
comes back on, we'll ask him.
Mhm.
Okay. Moving on then.
Bluff.
Week 15. We're back at the Giants. Oh! That's what I get for switching back and forth. Back at the Giants. No surprises here. I think everybody's got us sweeping them this year again.
If they're not all retired, the first time we face them, they will be by week 15.
Yeah, we're just a better team. That's one of the.
Yeah.
That's just we're a better team. But like I said, weird shit happens. Would it piss me off if we lose? Yeah, but would it shock me? Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. That would shock me still, even though.
Anybody going to be emotional with all the players and stuff pregame, getting up with JG and slapping hands and getting them all red?
I don't really care about that,
and
man. Because even though the fans don't like JG, a lot of the players did like JG.
A lot of
JG.
them.
I mean, Dak is the reason. Fucking, he's a Cowboy. JG is the one that pulled for him strongly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like. It's kind of like a relationship, I mean, not everybody likes me, but Eric still likes me. I mean,
not really, no.
That's just what I fucking tell you to your face, dude.
Whatever, dude. Fuck off.
I think I was never a big Garrett fan, but I will say that concern that he had last October when Dak got hurt, it was a class act, and I appreciated it as a Cowboys fan and as a Dak fan. So
thank you, Charlene Palmer.
Thank you, Aunt Charlene.
That's your aunt?
Yes, that's my aunt. She has to say that.
Hey, we'll take it.
I'll be nice to Rocket for the next few minutes. Reek, I mean.
You quit.
Any thoughts here, Lambo? Giants, second Giants game.
Trash.
Trash.
Moving on. Let's go to
I'm
next
with
week.
you. I'm with you.
Can Lambo fucking finish that quick? That's what we all should have said.
Okay, so we got Washington the following week, and they're coming to our place.
Yeah, you
There
know,
you go,
as
Miss Charles. I picked us to win that one.
Yep.
I really wasn't even paying attention to which was home and which was away. I just figured we would split with Washington, so I just wrote something down.
Yeah,
It could
and
go.
I did the same.
Yeah.
You could reverse what everyone said about the first game and pin it here, and I think that would pretty much cover everyone's comments
I
there.
agree with all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. You think Fitzmagic is still playing by then? Anybody?
Yeah.
I see.
You know,
Who said in the
honestly, I
comments?
think
The
if-
lunatic. I think
He
said he'll be
always seems
benched
to
by
lose
then.
his job before the end of the season.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
I think if Cam ends up as a starter anywhere, it's going to be in Washington because of that Rivera connection. That's the only place I see Cam Newton ending up as a starter.
The only thing about that, and it's been talked about, is he's not vaccinated, and Ron Rivera is the king of vaccination.
And
Mm-hmm.
he's also coming
Cancer
off
survivor.
of cancer. Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean,
So
that's
his
why he's
immune
real big on
system
it.
is compromised.
If it was for that, yes, I think he'd be in Washington.
Yeah.
But I think that would hold him back. But you're right. As far as matchups and as far as a good spot for him, I don't think there's a better one than Washington.
Right.
You know?
Todd Corey says, "Hear me out. Dallas running a lot of 6-0 line, 2 tight end sets." I'm with you. You'll probably see it a lot, getting a lot of help to our tackles against, especially if Tyron or Leal is down. I'm sure you'll see a tight end on that side. Even a back out might get a chip in on those guys too. I can fully see that happening a lot that game to match up with that front in Washington. With you there, buddy. Okay, week 17. Cardinals. Oh, I went too far.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible, bro.
I just leave him out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Doc.
Bluff and Lambo got the cards here.
Lambo, you start out, explain it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's going to be a tough game, and I have my worries with the health of Tyron Smith as the end of the season nears as well, and Lau Collins has got me a little worried too, and the offensive line depth kind of worries me. I just think the Cardinals have a really tough team. You know, Hopkins, Murray, they've got some other good receivers out there. They just got an overall solid team. And I think it's one of those games that's going to be kind of up in the air, 50-50 coin flip. And
didn't fucking AJ Green go there?
Yeah, AJ Green's there.
I mean, he hasn't been shit, but we don't know if that was really an injury or him just, not wanting to play.
Well, he's also been, when he's been playing through his injuries and whatnot with Cincinnati, he was always still the guy. So
yeah, he was still the guy. That's true.
Now he's the second, third, fourth.
They're loaded. Kirk is good there. Is fucking Fitzgerald still playing?
What's his name? Andy Isabella, I think.
Isabella's good.
He's there.
He's surprisingly good on the outside. I can't believe that guy. He gets so many deep balls like that.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is there, so
and D-Hop,
everybody's gonna be looking at him. So who knows? But
I think we'll tear their secondary up, and they'll probably do the same to us.
Yeah, I have concerns about Murray on the ground. Hopefully, the speed of Parsons is going to help that. But
that could be a factor.
It could. But
I took this one as a win. I felt like by this week, our defense is probably really going to be cooking and looking really, really good. And also, looking at their roster, I felt like this was a game where we need to go ahead and run the damn ball. So I think we'll probably spend a lot of time running on this one, and we'll win by time of possession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I chose this as a win because it's a last dress rehearsal before the playoffs. I believe we'll have it. The division won by now, and I want to get as much momentum as I can going into that because I don't think they're going to play a lot of people the following week. So I gave us a dub there to get some momentum going to the playoffs. But I don't think it's going to be as tough as most people think.
No, that's why I got us there because
I think Kyler Murray gets a lot of hype. I don't think he's that good.
Kyler Murray's not a good quarterback. He's average at best.
Average.
I don't see anything that scares me about that team. They're not a very good team.
Chandler, I can't name a lot of people. I think Chandler Jones from New England still plays there.
Yeah, they got them.
They got a couple of good guys. Okay, but
Buda
Baker. So they're defense wise, but their offense wise, they don't scare me at all.
I think they've got names. I just don't. I'm not scared of the defense or the offense for that matter. Even with the weapons. Yeah. Because of the quarterback, I just don't think he's that good.
Did Bluff drop out again?
Yeah.
I was curious what you had to say on this one.
Hopefully he comes back and we get his opinion.
Lambo, you got to go. I saw you sent a message.
Oh, we only got one more. I'll finish it real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll hop off.
Shit. Let me run it down. And then the Eagles. You and Bluff.
Yeah.
Both went opposite of everybody else here the last 2 weeks. Y'all think we're gonna play that week? You think Dak will be playing by? Well, shit, y'all got 5. Y'all are.
I got better records than I do.
11-5 at this point. So you think you'll be 12-5, 11-5, and still playing everybody against the Eagles?
It's a good point that I didn't really think of when I threw that together real quick. It depends how they want to do things. I don't know if they would want to keep them hot going into the playoffs.
That's a good point too. I remember in his first year?
I could see him playing like the first half.
They did that.
Yeah.
It depends on the other teams too. You might be, playing trying to get that first round bye or home field advantage,
right.
And if you can win that and keep your starters hot, yeah, you might want to go ahead and play them, especially since it's only Philly.
I think we could still beat them with the backups.
Yeah, it's only Philly.
I think it would be fair to put in our backups.
Yeah, like I said, that's the only reason. Well, it's because I just think I think we'll have everything locked up. But Lambo has a good point because in 2018, I was actually in Colorado on vacation. They played the Giants.
Yeah,
they had everything locked up, but they played Dak. They didn't play Zeke, and they didn't play, I think, a couple other people, but they played Dak, and we won that game. I don't think with Dak's injury and with Mike McCarthy now, I don't think you play Dak. I think they'll set Dak. I mean, with all the shit that's going on with him, and after last year, seeing how the whole season falls apart without him, they don't want to lose him for the playoffs.
But I could also see like Lambo, where maybe he plays a series or a half or something like that because he pushes back. He's always fuck that. I want to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2016, he played like 1 series, 2 series.
Yeah.
And then Romo came in and played a little bit. Then fucking Sanchez came in and played the rest of the game. So it could be something like that. But I don't think him playing a series 2 is going to change my thing. I don't really, because they're going to be conservative. They're just going to put him in there and just kind of, just let him run the ball. Not him run the ball, but hand it off, throw a little bit just to keep him active, and then they're going to pull him out.
Yeah.
I think so. If they play him the whole game when they got everything locked up, they're fucking idiots.
I'm with you, Mendoza. Let him have some fun. Turn him loose.
Rush is going dicey, yeah.
I think it evens the rosters up a little bit.
It might be Greer by then.
Maybe Greer.
Or Danucci.
Oh, no. That'd be disrespectful. Watch him pull it out.
Oh, God.
Lambo, you got to go, Bubba?
Yeah, I better head out. Yeah.
All right, man. How'd your kids do in football day?
We actually had a bye week. We had a bye week
did y'all?
today.
All right, good.
Yeah. Last week or next week, this coming Saturday, we played the Cyclones, which is coach. Jason Witten's nephew plays on this team.
All right.
So that's gonna be a fun one. Because
They good?
Yeah, they're really good.
I just seen didn't he just get? I saw some clip of Witten getting splashed with the Gatorade or something. They must have just won a game.
Won his game.
First game or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. If he's anything like his brother Sean Witten, who still lives out here, he's gonna be a damn good high school coach. Because the high school here, Elizabethton Cyclones, with Sean Witten, he's won state the past 2 years for Tennessee in 4A.
Damn.
So and they got a great program. But I'm honestly we're thinking about selling our house and moving 30 minutes down the road just so I can put my boys through all the programs they got going on out there possibly, and so he could play high school ball under Sean Witten because he's a really good coach and they do a lot for the You know, they're doing
Yeah,
a lot
that dude
for
might
you.
have a college job by then.
Yeah,
Brandon's boys are hard
Tennessee.
hitters, man.
they're hard hitters. They are.
I love those
Both of 'em.
videos you post.
Yeah, I do too, man. It makes me cry though, because it reminds me of my little boy. I was like,
It
shit,
happens
man,
fast,
this
don't
sucks.
it?
Yeah, because it's like, hell, that was like 10, 12 years ago for me.
I mean, it happens fast.
Yeah, it goes by quick, Bubba, real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Lamby. We will see
All
you
Hey, see you, bro.
next Saturday or before that. Well, we'll see you in the chat before that. Well,
Yeah,
we want to see
definitely.
you in the chat.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I'll get a Cowboy Dale video together for next
yeah,
week.
get it.
There you go.
Do that, man.
Heck yeah.
Yes, do that. Do that.
Love some Cowboy Dale.
Tell
All
everybody
right.
where they can find you at, especially Cowboy Dale.
Yeah, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Cowboys Y'all. YouTube mainly. Please subscribe on YouTube at Cowboys Y'all and hit the bell so you will be notified when the Cowboy Dale videos hit, because I usually don't start doing them until the actual season starts. That's when I start putting all the Dale videos out. So just subscribe to Cowboys Y'all and appreciate it. And thanks, y'all for having me on here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, you're going to be here every weekend, Bubba.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
this. This is going to be fun for the next
It
17,
is.
18 weeks.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll see y'all later.
All right,
Peace.
Bubba.
Thanks, Brandon.
See you.
Bye.
So Rika, Bluff, Lambo, all got us 12-5. I've got us with a tie, 12-4-1. And it looks like Mendoza and Charlie have losses, 6 losses. A little bit different, but yeah, I don't think anybody's too over the top or too, no underwhelming, no, submarining records here, but no sandbagging, no none of that. I think this is pretty close to what is going to happen.
Yeah, like I said, if somebody told me 12-5, I'm like, okay. And somebody told me 10-7, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's when you start getting down to 9 or trying to bump it up to 13, that's when
What
I'll
about
push back a little
12
bit.
4-1?
Yeah, people who pick that are complete dipshits. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, well that's it for our little season prediction.
Yep.
We've done the 53. Y'all want to talk about Tampa? Y'all got any key points to hit on Tampa?
Yeah, let's go.
I got a few things to say about Tampa.
Start it off.
You talk a lot, so go.
Get you a
Shut up,
swig.
Yeah, you got to drink a lot of water because it's going to be long-winded, I can tell.
Shut up. Sick of you, Moffat. How'd I end up on this show with you anyway?
I don't know why I invited you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Sadiqa.
Okay. So
Yes, thank
I'm
you, Ms.
watching.
Charles.
I am constantly watching social media. I'm constantly watching this conversation between Cowboys fans and the ones who think we're going to lose, kind of like me, Tampa Bay, the ones who think that we're going to go in there and just blow the doors off the place. And since the schedule came out, I've known that my goal next Thursday night in Tampa, if I were in charge of this team, my goal would not be a win on the scoreboard. You've got this really young defense. It's week 1. You're going in there against the world champions. Demanding a win on the scoreboard is such a tall order. And I think if we do lose, Cowboys fans are going to overreact because that's what they do. And we should have fired McCarthy and this whole season's going to suck. We made all the wrong draft picks and these free agents should have never picked them up and all these coaches need to be fired. I'm not looking for a win on the scoreboard, but there are things that I'm looking for. And if we can meet these checkpoints through this game in Tampa Bay, I'm going to feel really good about moving forward into the rest of the season. I think we can win in Tampa Bay without a win on the scoreboard is what I'm saying. So going into this game, I'm looking for ball security. I'm looking for good production in the red zone. I'm looking for an offense that is going to capitalize on short field opportunities should the defense give them some. Defensively, I'm looking for a line that doesn't just tackle, but creates tackle for loss stats. I'm looking for a line and a secondary that is on assignment, not all over the field and swiping their arms around like crazy people. And I'm looking for, out of the coaching staff, I'm looking for good decisions on fourth downs, on special teams. Those are the things I'm looking for. And if we can get just most of that list done, then even if we take a loss on that scoreboard, I'm going to feel really good about what the rest of the season is going to look like. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't mind going up against the world champions. Shouldn't they trade Zeke? I mean, we can fire Rowdy, but we're not trading Zeke.
Pay no mind. He's a buddy of mine. He's just trolling right now. He's a Texans fan.
Like I mentioned earlier, I don't mind going up against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in week 1. I really don't. I feel like when you've got a defense this young and you've got so many rookies, that if they're going to learn a hard lesson, wouldn't you rather them learn it in week 1 instead of week 7? They might pick up something and learn something about this game and about how to do their jobs more efficiently against Tom Brady. And I'd rather them learn it now and implement that moving forward. Why not?
I'm with you there.
So
Todd Corey says
that's where I'm at on this game.
Yeah.
Is I don't think we need a win on the scoreboard to be able to be proud of this team or know that we're going to have a good season.
Yeah, I think some will bite back a little bit with moral victories. Nobody likes moral victories, but I think you make a great point. There are some things that you can learn from a game like this in the event of a loss, right? You're going to always, any loss you're going to take away, right? That's an opportunity to learn, get better, whatever. But moral victory sucks. Like kissing your sister. You don't want to do that. It's like, yeah, you kissed a girl, dude, but you're related, bro. It sucks. Todd Corey says, y'all probably know the spread in Dallas is 7.5. Hey, that's a great number. I would actually play that if that's true, what it is right now. I'll take that. I could see that coming back down to 7, and then I'd push. I could see a 7 point there. But if that stays at 7.5, I might take that. Not to get off of degenerate gambling and all that bullshit, but
I think I'm probably going to have to delete the Twitter app from my phone for about 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because I am not going to be able to take the stupid tweets that are coming out, because there are people that are going to, if we lose that game in Tampa Bay, they're going to use that as an indictment on the rest of the season and how bad it's going to suck. And you should have never paid Dak, and Zeke's the worst running back we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. The Boo Birds for sure.
Mike McCarthy needs to lose some weight. And I mean, it's just going to be horrible.
No, that's true.
And
regardless.
And I'm just, that's not where I'm at in regards to the Tampa Bay game. There's things that I'm looking for. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. But as long as I see those things that I'm looking for, I'm going to be a very happy Cowboys fan.
It's going to go either direction. If we win, it's going to be the other thing. We're going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is our year.
Exactly.
That's kind of the margin of our fan base anyway, right?
Yeah, there's
one way or the other,
no
there's extreme
pulls. Our fan base. It's always one side of it be fucking suck, firing the coach, or we're the greatest team ever, and we're going to make another fucking run like we did in the 90s. So, yeah, either way, I'm going to have to stay off. I mean, Eric knows this. After a loss, I stay the fuck off. Well, I might not this year because I got to do this every Tuesday. But I used to, on Sunday, we lose Sunday, no TV, no radio, no Twitter, no Facebook, no nothing until Wednesday.
Probably a good thing.
I just stayed everything off because I didn't want to hear no shit. But this year I can't do that shit because we got to actually come on and talk about fucking losses and shit. That's going to suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I started that in 2014. I just, after a loss, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to go. I ain't going to do shit for the next 3 days. I ain't going to watch anything. So it helps. Or it helps me at least.
Do you guys find on the Sundays when we lose, like if we're playing earlier in the day, you just really don't want to watch Sunday Night Football no matter who's playing? Like if we've won, I'm going to keep on going all day long. If we've lost, no. I'm turning on Netflix and pretending that it's like the middle of May. Yeah. I'm not entertaining the football season anymore for the rest of today.
Yeah, no, that's the minute we lose, everything goes off of me. I don't watch, like if it's at noon, no 3 o'clock games, no fucking primetime game, No Monday Night Football, no radio. Everything's off. The minute we lose, I'm shut down. I might go on Facebook in my group and make a few comments, then I'm out, and then I'm out for at least 2 days. Then I'll come back and discuss. But by then we already moved on to the next week, and I'll start discussing the next week. But like I said, this year I gotta take it like a man and fucking talk about it and come on every Tuesday and with beautiful Eric.
What is that comment?
What comment?
Corey Starrett.
Yeah, just
I don't know, Brandon.
don't mind these people. These are my
That's
people.
Eric's friend.
They're
He's a
just here to
Texan
troll,
friend.
man. There's a few of them in there right now. They're just trolling.
Mhm.
Don't mind them.
What
I
you
think he's
expecting,
as
Eric?
if you want to dub next Thursday, pass the damn ball. Don't protect Dak in the first half. Don't go run heavy to try to ease him into something like that. Let him loose. Let him go out there and play football, because that's the only way you're going to be able to beat this team, in my opinion. I think you get a lead early, and that was kind of the formula we could have used, or had we had everybody last year that you kind of wanted to see, was get up early, and that's kind of the when you're trying to win that way, pass heavy. The logic is to get up early so that you can run the damn ball later on in the game when you're supposed to, when you're trying to beat out, run out the clock. I think you need to do that with Tampa Bay. I think that's a very stout rush defense. I don't think we line up and go out there, especially if there's concern with Leal. I don't think you're going to go out there and play, JG bully ball and expect to win that game. Yeah,
That's a good one. I like that. I had to pull that one up.
This is another friend of mine. He doesn't know what he's talking about, bro. We done replaced Witten like 2-3. He hasn't even played for the Cowboys. He played for the Raiders last year, bro. Stop. We just talked about how he's a high school coach or a little league coach now. Jarwin's the guy. Jarwin's your 1. Schultz is your 1A.
Yeah, 1A. You're right. 1B. 1A. Yeah.
And
You're
hopefully
right.
McKeon will be your 2. I don't know if I didn't end up seeing with the shuffle and everything. Is it Sprinkle or is it McEwen? How are they doing that on tight ends? Did y'all see the final? Because I know they were trying to stash some guys, and some guys,
Sprinkle was McEwen's on IR.
Yeah.
So he won't be available
available.
till 6 weeks, or is this year ending? I didn't see.
I think this year they're still doing the COVID rules. He can come back after 3, if I'm correct on that.
Okay.
That's how it was last year.
I think he
with COVID
didn't
rules.
go to IR until after he was put on the roster.
Yeah, he made the 53, and then he transferred
made
over
the
to IR.
53.
Yeah, because if not, they would have had to release him, and he would have had to clear waivers.
Gotcha.
But
Houston got no rings. Great highways, but no rings. Fuck the highway. Highways suck too.
fucking highways.
Nah, the highways are all right. It's the fucking people on them. But
I hate their highways, which I hate all big. Dallas is horrible.
Ed and Eddie
As
stinks.
much as I bitch about Houston, Jesus Christ, Dallas sucks.
Now, is that your opinion, Ed? Or is that what's actually on the roster? Because I think Charlie's right. He was put on IR, so he won't be able to start the season. And I think they have Sprinkle as tight end 3. But I know that there was a shuffle, and they were trying to stash guys, and certain guys are eligible for practice squad, so they were trying to,
Yeah, he might be right. He
might dangle the rules there.
Transfer him off. I don't know if he didn't make it, then he is tight end 3. But I could.
Okay, he's thinking McKeon's. I'm with you.
McKeon is definitely a third tight end.
I think he's the best blocking tight end on the team.
Yeah, he's definitely number 3.
And he's certainly a better pass catcher than Sprinkle. So if he's better at both, I don't see why you would not. But I'm with you there.
But I'm with Eric on how to win the game. You don't back off Dak and try to run the ball. And it's just a dipshit philosophy.
Yeah.
Made by some dipshit fans that just won't fucking stop and want to love burn the hats and the shirts, and makes no goddamn sense. But no, you don't. You go in there and you throw the ball. I mean, you can't go in there and like, hey, let's just run the ball. Let's try to control the clock.
We're not saying don't run the ball. There are opportunities to run. There are
absolutely.
Just like people who say run the damn ball don't mean run the damn ball every play. People
if
who
you're
say
throwing
pass
the
up-
ball really well, you're going to be gashing them on in
Yeah.
run plays too, because they're going to be playing small ball to help protect against us beating the shit out of them with pick a weapon, right?
Mhm.
Whoever's getting the fucking ball, they're going to be playing small. They're going to have an extra DB out there, something like that. You're going to be able to gash people if you
Matt
set
Owen,
up the run with
Professor
the
O,
pass.
said last night he was predicting about 60% pass and 40% run, and I think that's right on. I would be
Like season total or
very
this
happy.
game?
This game.
Okay.
This game. I would be
I'm
very
with it.
happy with that.
It might take that.
Yeah. I have written actually twice this last summer about last week and one several months ago. Anti-run the damn ball. The first one, I took the time to go through our entire schedule and every single roster and make 2 lists. A list of teams where we need to run the damn ball and a list of teams where we need to air it out. And I wrote down exactly why. Their record last season, their personnel changes. I made predictions on the whole thing. This last week, I went through the arguments that these run the damn ball proponents are making, and they're just not very logical. That shaking the rust off of Dak thing doesn't hold water with me. The guy has a football field in his backyard. He's not rusty. He's been practicing the whole time except for when his arm was in a sling. And that speaks also to the syncing and the timing with his line. There's not going to be an issue there. Also, now that he's back and throwing, he's got 2 full weeks of practice throwing the ball with that line. And with the exception of Biotish and CeeDee Lamb, he's played multiple seasons with every one of these guys. So they've played that long together and that many games. If they can't sync up in 2 weeks of practice, they can't sync up. So they're just, I mean, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks of practice to get it done. And then also the argument of the run game is what built this house in the 90s, and we need to stay there and be a run-first team. And yeah, I said in my blog last week, I love me some Emmitt Smith, but man, the defenses we faced in the 90s are the defenses have evolved. This is not a league anymore where you can run that ball and use time of possession. You can't do it every single game. And we've got all these weapons. You've got CeeDee Lamb, you've got Amari Cooper, you've got Michael Gallup, you've got Tony Pollard, you've got 2 great tight ends, and then you've got Ezekiel Elliott. Why are you only going to use Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard like 75% of the time? That's stupid, especially with all the money that you've paid to Amari Cooper and all the money you're probably going to be paying to CeeDee Lamb in the next few years. Use every one of those weapons. Have a playbook that is
pick your poison,
situational. Have a playbook that is diverse. You don't want to be Jason Garrett. The Giants have Jason Garrett, and they're going to do Jason Garrett things. They're going to run it twice. They're going to throw it once. And if the throw is unsuccessful, they're going to punt. They're going to put up a lot of 3s and not very many 6s.
I think you could be successful with the vanilla offense with the weapons that we have. And I'm not saying that that's how Moore is going to do it or should do it. I'm just saying with this type of offense, you can choose matchups. You can choose where who you're going to exploit because there's so many weapons. No defense can match up.
Yeah, you've got. I mean, it isn't Tony Romo's offense anymore. You're not lacking any kind of weapons. You're not lacking weapons the way Dak was in 2017. You're not on the 8-count box of crayons anymore. You don't have to pull out red and green. You got periwinkle and burnt sienna. You got a sharpener built into the side, baby. You're on the 96 count. You can do all kinds of things, and you should do all kinds of things. If you don't, then you're just not making good use of your resources, and you don't deserve to win.
I'm with you. Charlie, you fuming over there or what?
Oh, no. I'm just listening.
You mad dogging people on the internet?
Talking, I got to lean back because I know it's going to be like 30 fucking minutes.
Shut up. Such a jerk.
Damn, what an asshole, man.
I know, he's the worst. Absolutely the worst.
Any thoughts on the fucking game, Charlie?
Pass the fucking ball.
Nah, exactly.
I mean, just don't. And like I said, it doesn't mean pass every down. I just mean on early downs, first and second down, you should come out and be aggressive. There's the easiest down to pass on is first down. That's historic. Even Rex Rhyme even said it last year on ESPN. He admitted that first down is the easiest as a defense coordinator. Admitted that's the easiest down to pass on. Then he turned around and said some dumb shit like, "But I still run the damn ball at every first down." Yeah, but that's why you're not fucking coaching. You're working for ESPN now, you dipshit.
Yeah, okay, Mr. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, so you come out, be aggressive on early downs. Try to stay out of third downs situations. It just like I said, the run the ball it makes no sense. They try to use an excuse as they want to limit Tom Brady's possessions. And I said this last night with BJ on the Start Game podcast, and I'll say it again. If you limit Tom Brady's possessions, you are limiting your possessions, right? Time and possession does not win games. You win time and possession because you are winning the fucking game. That's how that works. It doesn't work the opposite way. You don't go in and just say, hey, look, as long as we control the ball 31 minutes, we're going to win. No, fucker. You still got to score. All right. And part of the way you win time possession is score, get the lead, then in the fourth quarter, run the shit out of the ball to fucking kill clock, to fucking force them that they're one-dimensional, and then you can kill clock and you can win time of possession. And why did you win time of possession? Because you was winning the fucking game. It's not the opposite way around. It's a 1980 fucking myth, and they won't get out of it. Like I tell people, if you want to live in that fucking world, then go put your fucking LL Cool J fucking kangaroo hat on.
Man, there's a video with Nick Saban.
Members only jacking on them fucking Adidas's and fucking because the 1980s.
Fucking IROC Z.
Yeah, I mean, get the fuck out of the 80s and move up to 2021. Football. And like I told them last night, I was like, I'm older than them. I said, so maybe it's y'all's grandpa's, but it's my dad. It ain't my fucking daddy's NFL anymore. It's not the world we live in. We're living in a different age. All the rules are set up for the fucking passing game. There's no rules set up for the fucking running backs and for the running game. All the rules are set up for the passing game. Why? Because it's the most efficient way to move the ball down the field. That's and that's not even an opinion anymore. That's statistical facts of 21 years of data that shows you that fucking throwing the ball is more efficient way of moving the ball down the field than it is running the ball. What do you say?
Charlie wants me to return it to the store.
That should be interesting.
Hey guys, are we talking Tampa only, or are we just talking about run the ball?
Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me. Did you see my face? I was like, where the fuck is that voice coming from?
He just showed up again.
Yeah, he's been here. He was muted for a little bit, but
I don't want to cut Riker off. So
no. This is the Tampa game. Yeah, but you can bring up whatever, man.
Oh no. What I wanted to say was one of the things I hate about us Cowboy fans sometimes are we can wear the rose-colored glasses or the shit-covered glasses for Dallas, but when it comes to the other teams, everybody's amazing. So everybody talks about, okay, our young secondary has to face Tom Brady.
I know what I was going to say, and I love it.
Their secondary is even younger than ours. One of their starting corners is going into his third year. The other one's going into his second year. The safety that everybody loves is going into his second year. And you talk about Tom Brady. Okay, well, Dak's coming off one season where he was crushing it at almost 5,000 yards. And last year before he got hurt, he was on pace for almost 6,000 yards. So with all that being said, why are we talking about running the ball? We got an awesome quarterback.
Got to sell hats.
We got an awesome quarterback going against a very young secondary. Hey, if we look at our offensive passing game, our weak link is Michael Gallup, which is not that much of a weak link.
That's wide receiver 1 on some teams.
Exactly. Yep. So why are we not talking about we got the advantage in the passing game? And by the way, Tampa Bay had the number 1 run defense last year.
Yep. Right.
Yes, they did.
So do you?
And they had the 21st ranked pass defense. They're returning 100% of their starters, 99% of their rotational pieces on defense.
Exactly. The same defense that is bottom half against the pass.
Yep.
And
Yeah, see that? I'm sorry, Marcus. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. I was just about to say, yeah, our team is coming back 100% on offense in a offense that was pretty much number one until Dak went down.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
See, I said that last night. I told with BJ, I was like, Tampa Bay's defense has to face us. I mean, we're acting like, hey, we're all. Think about this. Think of fucking. Who's the coordinator for Tampa Bay?
Bowles?
Ex-quarterback for the Jaguars.
I mean, not both. Bortles. I mean, not Bortles. God damn it. I know you're
Oh,
talking about Jaguars guy.
Yeah.
Starts with an L, maybe.
Byron Leftwich.
Byron Leftwich.
I knew it was
Think
an L.
about Byron Leftwich walking into the fucking Tom Brady's quarterback room, the receivers, and everybody's in there. And think about Andy Reid going there and telling them guys, hey, look, guys, Dallas is coming in town, and we're a little scared of their offense. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the damn ball and try to control the clock because they got so many weapons. Patrick Mahomes and fucking Tom Brady will look at him like, are you a complete dipshit or what? They got to face our weapons too. That's what everybody's like, oh, we're facing Tom Brady. We got to control the clock and keep them on the field. And like I said, if you limit Tom Brady to 6 or 7 possessions, you limit Dak to 6 or 7 possessions. Why do I want Dak and Lamb and Cooper and Gallup and Jarwin and Schultz and Zeke and Pollard and that whole offensive line? Why do I want to limit them to as less possessions as I can get?
Right.
Fuck that. I want them on the field as much as I can.
If you want to limit Tom's possessions, keep the offense on the field.
Yeah. And another thing is time of possession is not dependent just solely on the offense. Okay? The defense has a lot to do with the time of possession. If the defense comes out and goes 3 and out. Okay? Or if they go in and let a fucking drive, multiple 8-10-minute drives, that counts towards the other team's time of possession. So it's not just the offense that can control the time of possession.
Yeah.
It's the defense too.
This is a good segue into, or a good question relevant to keeping Tom Brady off the field.
I was about to hit that question.
Do y'all think Osa can surprise Jack Meeker with the question? Do y'all think Osa can surprise the whole NFL in his first game and push the line into Brady's face all game? I'll tell you by looking at the tape, I do. I do.
I definitely do. The only thing I will hold hesitation back on is Tampa's offense line is good.
Maybe not facing the ones of a Tampa team.
That's why I'm very, very, very excited to see what he can do against the ones. But yes, I gave that dude a C after the draft, and that motherfucker got an A+ from me now.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how excited I am about him. So it's not me doubting him. It's just they are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they are a good offense line. This is his first game in the NFL, and this is the big boys. This is the first team. But would I be surprised? No, not at all. That dude fucking manhandles people, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it, maybe it's because I don't know. I watch defensive tackles all the time because my son played it in high school. So that was, I always watched it, bring him in there. Hey, you see that? That's what you should fucking do. Stop doing your other shit, So I watch them all the time, and I can't remember a dude that just like manhandles. It amazes me. Like it just one guy, 2 guys, he'll split them. He'll just that one game. He had one here, and he had them lifted up and pushing both of them in the backfield.
Yep.
I'm like, holy fuck, dude. That
the
is
upper body strength and the hips of this guy, attributed to.
And he's shorter, he's stocky, so he's low center of gravity already. Dude,
I'm telling you, need to start recruiting from D1 fucking wrestlers, man.
Yeah, I can't remember being this impressed. Whatchamacallit? Parsons, he was a wrestler too. I just heard that a couple of days ago. I didn't know he was a wrestler. His mom used to travel around the country. She used to sell food. That's what it was about the barbecue they was doing. They used to sell food and stuff to pay for his trips for him to wrestle and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Big Marcus is back.
I'm back.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I agree with Marcus 100%. I don't understand why people always they look at the other team like, oh God, man, we got to limit them. I'm like, fuck, man, hell, make them limit us. Mm-hmm. Hell, we got weapons coming out of our yin yang, dude. We have arguably not arguably. There's not a 3 wide receiver group in the NFL as good as us. I don't see them. You can go through the list 3 deep. I'm talking about the top 3. I don't see it. Maybe a couple might come close.
D Hop, AJ Green, Kurt.
But see, you got AJ Green. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say there's some arguments that some people try to make, and I'm like, no, I can't go there. As far as that goes,
Godwin,
I'm not a running back scatter guy.
and
but when you add Zeke
Evans.
and Pollard into it, and in our offensive line, that's just, dude. Offensively, we are fucking loaded, dude. And out of all them weapons, what you want to do is use one fucking man and run the ball. You want CD and fucking them to be out there blocking. That's wow. What are we doing here? You know, I mean,
I've been saying for months, when you have that many weapons, you don't identify yourself with the run or the pass. You identify yourself as a situational offense. Your identity is chaos and pandemonium. Your identity is that you're the team that can come in and counter every strength that a defense has and exploit every weakness that they have, because you have the weapons to successfully do that.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, rush defense is not a weakness of Tampa Bay. And
no, it is not.
If you want to find a weakness, it's probably in that secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like I said, every game. Well, first of all, you should never go in the game saying, "Well, we got to win time of possession."
Yeah.
No, you don't. Win the game, and you're more times than not, you're going to win time of possession. Don't worry about time of possession. Just go in there, pass early on first downs, and like I said earlier, if you're passing the ball, you're going to run the ball too on 60-40, and you're seeing on them run plays like, holy shit, man, we're gashing them. But then back off the pass a little bit. Hand it to Zeke a little more. Hand it to Pollard a little more. You know, and see what you can do with that. But don't go in just hitting your fucking head against the wall and just like 1 yard gain, 3 yard gain, 3rd and 8, go off the field.
Don't be afraid to pull Dak's number either.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, the time of possession win games. It makes no sense. People use like Cleveland as an example of a run first team, and I'll pull it up real quick. But they use Cleveland as a run first team because they ran the ball. What was it? They only threw the ball 52% of the time.
Right.
That's the only thing they threw. So everybody's like, see, that's what we need to balance. Do you know how much they threw the ball in the first half? 59% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
When it was a 1-score game, 8 points plus or minus, they still threw the ball 57% of the time.
Yeah.
All right. Then they came. So that shows you how much they ran the ball in the second half. That's because they came out, they averaged 14 points a game in the first half. How did they do that? Throwing the ball.
Yep.
Then they came out the second half, only averaged 12 points a game. Why? Because they ran the fucking ball and killed clock. That's how you do that shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you want to do it. That shit don't always work out. Sometimes you fall way, way behind and you just got to be pass happy the whole game. Sometimes you come out with a big lead right away and then you can start running the ball early in the game. You know, but for the most part, you know, by halftime, but like I said, they threw the ball 52% of the time, but first half they threw it 59% of the time, or actually 57 when it was a 1-score game. That's how you do it. Now, Tennessee, they are balanced. They just pretty much 50-50 run first half. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But that's the only 2 teams. Other than that, the top teams in NFL, top 10 teams in NFL on EPA, which is an efficiency stat. 56% of the time, throwing the ball, 56, 62, 50, 62, 62, 63, 52, 56, 54, and 60. Throw the ball. That's how you do it. All them teams threw the ball, and they all are the top teams in efficiency in the NFL in passing the ball.
Good point, the lunatic.
What did it say? I prefer
to attack the back. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you got you got Vita and fucking Sue. Vita's a hoss.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I just, like I said, probably bothers me more than anything is the time of possession. That shit does piss me off. Everybody thinks you got to win time of possession to win the game, and never in the history of football, although it was one time it was thought that, does that win games. You still got to score points.
Yeah.
Winning time of possession ain't going to help you any if you ain't scoring points.
So and that's touchdowns, not field goals.
Have you guys given score predictions yet for week 1? Or are you still getting to that?
Yeah, we haven't.
I gave mine.
I don't know.
I gave mine last night. I have a Tampa Bay 31-27.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go with Charlie. I figure it's gonna be close. It's gonna be less than 7 It's going to be a close game, a good game, but I think Tampa Bay does get the win. 31-27 sounds good.
I'll take it up. 31-35, Tampa. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think we're going to both try to exploit young secondaries. I mean,
what do you have, Marcus?
Like 39-37.
That's right.
Fucking 50 burgers, both teams. That'd be hot though. Thursday night opening. Yeah, that'd be fucking dope. That'd be fucking badass.
But yeah,
that's
like
one of your
said,
moral victories there. If it comes out, this is a high ass scoring game like that, it's like, okay, we can put up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just, it's by winning time of possession and by running the ball, all you're doing is picking to lose by less. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if at the end of the day, the most important thing is who scores on a higher percentage of their drives. Whether you have 6 drives or whether you have 10 drives, who scores the most on their percentage of drives? So, I mean, would you rather lose 40-37 or 27-17? It's still an L. It doesn't matter how you get it. You still won't take an L.
Yep.
You know, I mean.
This is a good question because there's a lot of unknowns there. Randy Gregory coming back, the push up the middle, D-Law, man, that's a good question.
And it's a good offensive line too.
It's a great offensive line. And he's such a good pocket quarterback. And he can't fucking run.
Hard to sack him.
His 40 is June, July, August, but his pocket presence and his footwork in the pocket is pretty fucking good for a guy his age. He knows how to get around. He knows where to put the arm, where to put the feet, to where he can get to make that throw that's coming. So, but with that push up the middle, I think if that's a big deal, I could see a few sacks. I could see him going down a few times.
I say 2. If we get anything over 2, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
But
okay.
2 is a good solid number.
Let me ask this: who gets it? I think Parsons will get one.
Parsons will get one. And
Parsons might get both.
I think it's Parsons and Gregory.
Yeah.
I think two sounds right, and it's Parsons and Gregory.
If we get one, it definitely has to come up the middle. If we get more than one.
Got a lot of haters in the fucking chat. This motherfucker right here, MJ.
Yeah, you guys getting a lot of.
It's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, he is. I just know him from.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Love you, Josh.
But he's not wrong.
He's here to annoy me. No, he's not.
I mean, 3 out of the 4 that are here chose Tampa to win this game, so it's not crazy to think that they're we're not homers. It's not crazy to think we're all going in this thing thinking 21-0 or however many fucking games it is now. But that's a fucked up joke, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I think we'll be fine if just stop all the run the damn ball shit. If I can still stop seeing that shit all over Twitter, it'd be fucking very. I can only mute so many motherfuckers.
Gregory is gonna burn a tackle more than once. Yeah,
it sure does feel like it.
This is gonna be
like he's due.
Gregory's season, Jack Meeker. I'm all about Randy Gregory. I have loved Randy Gregory since the day they drafted him.
Do you extend him mid-season? You wait till the end. If he's doing well, let's say by week 7, if he's got,
I would try to, but if his agent is by mid-season, I would try to extend Randy Gregory. I don't know who his agent is, but if he's worth a damn, he's not going to do that.
Yeah,
he's gonna make Steven wait till the end.
I think his agent would be a lot like Jalen's agent. I mean, Jalen was paid too much, but it was a pretty decent deal.
It was a good deal at the time, right?
And
it became obsolete.
And I think quickly. What happened is Jalen gave it back to Jerry for taking a chance on him, hanging with him, and I think Gregory will give fucking Jerry a huge discount for all what.
And I said I got a lot of hate for it, but I said that I think that Gregory will be pretty team friendly, and I think he's going to probably bend over backwards to try to stay in Dallas because we held on to him for so long. But my thoughts on it also were you have to remember a year ago in August of 2020, he was sitting around waiting to get cleared by the NFL to go ahead and show up to camp and start practicing with the team. Gregory was working at an Amazon distribution center for $15 an hour. Most of these guys that are going in and getting that first contract, even though you think, well, your rookie contract isn't that big. Yeah, but compare it to what the rest of us are making. That's some really good money.
Yeah.
So they've had 3-4 years to forget that struggle. That struggle's fresh on Randy Gregory. So when you're making $15 an hour working in an Amazon distribution center, the difference between $15 million a year and $18 million a year doesn't matter to you. You're just happy to have millions.
Yeah, I think he'll give us. I mean, I don't think he'll bend us over. I think he'll be friendly with it.
I don't think
If
so.
they want to sign him, I think it should be a pretty easy signing if they decide to keep him.
It's really rare to get a player to sign a team-friendly deal. One, because obviously most people want more money, but two, they have an obligation to the other players at their respective positions, right?
Well,
so the NFLPA wants you to take the best you can get because that means more guys in your position will get that as well. So it's really hard to do that. Now, a couple of people have, even on the Cowboys, T. Will took a pretty, now you can argue production and all that shit and how good a player he was, but the guy took a team-friendly deal so that he could stay with us. And it's happened before, and Gregory seems like the kind of guy you could probably, talk into. But I just think the sooner, if you want to, get him for less, you got to do it sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the lunatic, Urban and Osa. Yeah.
See, I've had Urban and Osa as the starters since day one, but they have been. It's kind of hard to gauge starters because they're so multiple. Urban's been on the outside before a lot. Osa's been at the 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 a lot, so it's really hard to say that. But if we were going out there in your base 4-3, I would have Osa and Urban at 1 and 3.
I would be shocked if Watkins is in there.
I was just
Watkins too. Watkins another one. Yeah, yeah.
I think Urban's going to be like a better
Texan, by the way.
Like when Crawford was at his peak, he was good. He wasn't great, but he was a solid player. I mean, towards the end, not so much. But at his peak, I think Urban's going to be a lot like that, except better. I think you're going to see him at the 3, the 1, the 5. I think he's moving up and down that line.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Randy Gregory not starting. Like first down, first play.
You know what?
You can see
I agree.
Urban at right defensive end.
Depending on the personnel grouping.
Yeah.
I can see him coming out like in a 12 or something, like a run.
Yeah.
I can see them bringing out Urban as a starter. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like I said, defense.
You're getting semantics with the rule, right?
Right.
Starting the game.
Yeah, starting the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
who's getting the most reps, right?
Jalen would start in that scenario.
Jalen might
doesn't
start.
Doesn't mean he's going to get the snaps like he normally does, but he's going to start in that scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm high. I can't explain how excited I am for this defense because I think there's so much potential. Now, whether they would hit it or not, we'll see. But it's just Osa and Parsons are my two guys. I'm ready to see them against Tampa Bay because they're going against a good offense, a good offensive line. So this will be a good matchup to see where they're. Now, again, it's the first game they've ever played against the one. So I'm not going to, if they don't do what I think they should do, I'm not going to go on Twitter and say they suck and it's a waste of draft picks. But I'm excited to see what they can do against these guys. Really am.
I was listening to Barry Church a few weeks ago. He really is of the opinion that this defense by the end of the season is going to be top 5.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's high on him. I don't know about that. I'm going to say somewhere between 12 and 16, and I'm going to be very happy with that.
Yeah.
From 31st to about 14th, 15th. Yeah.
If the preseason and the offseason are any indication on how aggressively they're going to be playing, I could see top 5 in turnovers. Yeah. I don't know about overall, like yards or something like that.
In a few categories, but not at overall. Yeah, but 2022 though, they should be.
You think they get top 5, Bubba?
Hell no. If we can get top 15, I'd be shocked.
That's what I said last night. I said top 15. I can even see top 12.
Right.
But I just cannot put them above that. Now, do I want it? Hell yeah, I'd love to see it happen. It's just maybe some of a disappointment for years and fucking years and years of it. So maybe I'm a little bit pessimistic about it. Maybe if I was more optimistic, I could say it. But just as of right now, I mean, if somebody proves me wrong, they prove me wrong. Somebody's like, I told you. I'm like, fuck yeah, you told me. I'm glad you did. But right now, I can't put him above 12. 12 to 15, I think, is a very good possibility to do. You know, like Eric said, I think we're going to be a lot more aggressive. I think Mark is the one pointed out a few weeks ago about the blitzing more. Somebody brought it up, how much they blitzed, which is unusual for Dan Quinn. And I'm just wondering, was that a preseason thing, or is that something that that he's going to play like that? I'm hoping so.
I don't know. You don't normally see teams bring out a zero blitz in preseason unless it's something they plan on kind of carrying to the regular season. That's not something you normally just bring out unless it's going to be unless you're testing again.
You want to see it. You want to see what it looks like.
You want to see what that player looks like doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because normally you go real vanilla in the preseason, but they did a lot of zero blitzing.
They just did a lot of shit. Like me and Eric's talked about. Like their defensive tackles, sometimes them fuckers wouldn't even move. They didn't have like a 1 and 3.
They just lining up on the left.
Yeah, left, right, and depending on the shift, that they play the 1 or they play the 3. Next play they be on the same side. They switch it over depending on what side of the ball.
Yeah,
and that I like too. I mean that and they have the players that can do that because Osa could play the 1 or 3. Urban can play the 1 or 3. He can play the 3. I'm not saying he'd be great at, but he can play the 1 and the 3. Watkins, I'm not so sure about the 3, but he can definitely play the 1. So Big Bo is going to be mainly
Meeker
1.
Does Bohanna get any snaps?
He even played some 3. And Hamilton, I don't know what they're going to do about game day roster. I don't know, dude. I was so impressed with him this season, preseason. I just overly impressed with him, man.
Me too.
Here's the deal with Bohanna. I would say normally, situational, short yardage, goal line, something like that. You want a big old fat guy out there, but I feel like there's 2 or 3 guys that play his position that are better than him at doing that stuff in the run or taking up space or getting push up the middle. I don't know why you would take a Bohanna over a Hamilton or over, an Osa in a situation like that where those other 2 guys get push. They're not stood up or driven back. They're not, they're getting penetration even in doubles. So when Osa's taking on doubles, he's getting up the field. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about a while back, a couple of weeks ago, is that the game day roster is 46, and then 48 you can move to whatever. But I don't see Bohanna being on a lot of game day rosters. If he is, I don't know the reason why. It's just because because there's you got 2 1-techs in Urban and Watkins. They're going to take majority of them snaps. All right, then they're going to leave 5 snaps, 7. Let's call it 10. When the hell you have Osa that can take some of them snaps, and then I just don't see the purpose of. I don't know why they would carry him on a game day roster, and he doesn't do anything on special teams.
Yeah.
It's just for 5 and 6 snaps, and when you got Osa and when Gallimore comes back, for sure, there's no reason to have him on the game day roster.
Again, they protected all their draft picks.
I'd rather have Hamilton on the game day roster because he can play both. He's not pigeonholed to where he's just 1. You can play the 1 or 3.
Sponsor roster.
Yeah, it's definitely sponsored. I mean, it's a draft pick. They kept all their draft picks. I think they kept all them last year.
And don't be shocked to see Golston play some 3-tech.
That's another one. I didn't even think. I forget because he's been hurt. I forgot all about Golston. He can move in and play the 3-tech too. So there's, I say we're loaded. We're loaded with potential of what we could do. I don't know if it's actually going to come to fruition or not.
What did you say in our chat the other day, Marcus? Something about when did we all start getting so turned on by a 340-pound defensive tackle?
Yeah.
And I think said something about wet dreams.
It's been years.
I knew it was wet something, but I wasn't going to misquote that.
Cowboys Nation for years and years, even going back to Parcells, because
Wade Phillips.
Wade Phillips, whenever he was using his little nose technique. So I think that's been a narrative that you've heard in Cowboys, circles for years.
Wade runs he runs one of them unusual 3-4s where it's one gap.
One gap.
He don't run 2 gap 3. So everybody assumed like we got to have a fat zero tech, and he's like, "No, dude, it's cool. Ratliff will work, and Ratliff fucking worked well."
Right.
And then when he went to Houston, like I told y'all last time, 6'10" guys like, man, I don't know what he's doing. He's got to bring in a zero tech. And I even called in on the show. It's like, hey, y'all, watch Dallas's film. Watch everywhere he's been. He does not have to have a fat zero tech. He doesn't play a 2 gap. He plays 1 gap 3-4, which is unusual, but it works. And that's how he plays it. So he doesn't require a big fat guy in the middle. If he has one, that's fine. But if he doesn't have one, he'll make it work. You know.
Yeah.
Or you
I would
expect
have
what do you-
preferred Hamilton.
I do
So
too.
you got us as a W, right? Bluff.
I do.
All right. Well, it should be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of a couple there was a couple of spots. I can actually bring it up. I've got it right here.
There's some great comments coming up right now. And thank
go
you,
for
Zach
it.
Meeker, for hopping in too, because you're putting some good stuff in the comments.
Yeah.
And
Who, Meeker? Yeah, I always like that dude.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
And dude, Looting Tech, he's the podcast junkie. I love that guy. I don't think I can't watch one without him being in it. I'm like, hell yeah, there he is.
I think he's in everybody's comments for sure.
But
Yeah,
he's
him and
good.
Mendoza.
Mendoza
He always
too.
keeps the conversation going and shit. So I like it.
Mhm.
But when you had to leave Bluff for a little bit, at the last few losses, people were interested in getting your take on why, explain why you had him there or why you're taking the losses there. So,
all right. Well,
if you
the
could.
first three we've kind of talked about.
Sure.
I just think Atlanta. I know that one kind of stands out, but I'm big on revenge factor. And I didn't get to say this because I got cut off. But normally, a team does better against a coach than the coach does against his old team, because when the coach leaves, he may know some of the players, but a good coach that replaced them can work around those flaws and he'll bring his own guys in. But everybody from the towel boy all the way up to the owner knows that coach that just left.
Yeah.
So they know everything about him backwards and forwards.
Yep.
I feel like that kind of gives a disadvantage unless the coach just goes somewhere and completely changes what he does.
But he kind of did, didn't he?
That's why I'm about to say.
This is not the typical 4-3 under, right?
Yeah. That remains to be seen.
We'll see.
That's what I said earlier. I see stuff in preseason. I'm just wondering if Zach going to carry over to the regular
Yeah, that's
season.
true. And it does look like he's doing a lot of stuff that he hasn't done before. But
who wrote an article about? Was it Gallican, I think, that wrote an article? If it was Dallas Maroons, I didn't get to read it. But some people broke it down, and they was talking about how he's like totally changed his whole front, his whole back, everything he did at Atlanta and Seattle. He's doing everything different.
That's true.
You know.
Yes.
So that should be pretty interesting.
Even the Sherman years, I don't remember seeing them run zero defense.
No.
Or single, or just straight single high, and everybody else go.
It was so
Now, Washington, that one could be a coin flip. I just feel like their quarterback
series with them.
Yeah, their quarterback. If you go look at their schedule, the last, I believe, 5 or 6 of their games out of 7 are all NFC East, and those can be with him. It can be he can go 6-0 or he can go 0-6, and I'm just kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt that they may be 3-9 at that point or something ridiculous, and that Fitz magic just opens up. And
sometimes, right?
Yeah,
it's like in baseball. You get a defense behind you and some run support. You can probably do a little bit as long as they manage that game. That defense is going to give them a chance. I think.
Right.
It's kind of what we discussed because I think everybody had us split in the series with Washington.
I just feel like once we get to that point where he hits that 6 out of 7 or whatever, the Fitz magic can just start, and then he just runs through the whole division. When his back is against the wall, because that's when he plays best. And then Arizona, just historically, our 2 biggest weaknesses have been quarterbacks who can scramble, and there aren't many that can scramble as good as Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
And vertical offenses. And they have a track team in Arizona, like
Isabella and Kirk, undersized, but they're quick.
Isabella, Kirk, and the kid they just drafted too. I always forget his name, but they just drafted a kid that's probably faster than Isabella.
Oh wow,
what's his name? Oh man, because he got a couple of catches on Joseph in that game.
What was his name? Oh shit,
I gotta pull it up. But that kid can fly too.
Hey, Mark, the lunatic. This question for you. I pulled it up for you. It's a special teams question.
Okay.
Rondell Moore. Smart ass. I'm just saying you know more about special teams than me and Eric or Rika does. So.
Rondell Moore.
Rondell Moore. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That kid can fly.
Yeah.
And then you got Diggs kind of got the better of Hopkins last year, but that's not always going to be a guarantee.
Yeah.
And that defense, like
if you're big on revenge.
Yeah. We talked about what's the kid's name they drafted first round, the big linebacker.
Zaven Collins.
And the big safety / linebacker they drafted the year before. Those boys are going to be special in Arizona this year. I think both of them are going to really change the way people look at their defense.
Yeah.
Who was that? That guy, Simmons.
Yeah, Isaiah Simmons.
From Clemson, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those two guys on blitzes are going to be ridiculous, and they can cover every position really. But the Lunatic asked the question: if it's a draw in offense and defense, which team has the advantage in special teams?
There you go.
I haven't really looked at Tampa's team enough to answer that question, but that's something I'll definitely take a look at. I really like Bones, and I talked about this all the time. All these veterans that we brought in, Sprinkle and Curse and Basham, these are true special teams guys, and they're here for that reason. So people are kind of scared about how the special teams looked in the offseason. None of our guys played. Even Goodwin didn't play. You're giving us probably 4 true special teams aces that we signed this offseason. And all of those on one team. Because Sprinkle's been the best special teamer everywhere he went. Curse was the best special teamer everywhere he went. And, of course, we got Goodwin.
Did Armstrong play any special teams this preseason?
Armstrong has always been our been a top 3 special teams guy. But
did he play any preseason, though? I didn't notice special teams.
Not much.
Okay.
And then you got Noah Brown, who's a really good special teamer.
Yeah.
But in terms of aces, when you mean like the guy who can borderline go to the Pro Bowl, Goodwin, Basham, and Curse, we got 3 candidates on one special team, and they're going to play everywhere.
Yeah.
Good. All right. And there, folks, here's your special teams update.
Yeah.
I love listening to Marcus talking about special teams.
Yeah, I love looking at special teams, but I'll take a look at Tampa.
Yeah, he's my go-to for special teams because I get admit that I don't pay much attention as I should.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
It's just a forgotten segment.
Yeah, it's like I said. I mean, I pay attention to it, but not in depth like you do.
And Mendoza made a good point too about why we have Clement as our third running back. He was known for special teams and wherever he.
No, yeah, he's another special teams person. Yeah. You're right.
So last year, Goodwin played something ridiculous, like 71% of all the snaps. We may have 4 guys who play 60+% special teams this year. Where in years past, it's usually been Goodwin's here, and then Noah Brown and a couple other guys are like high 40s, low 50s. We might have 4 guys who are just nonstop special teams, and that's going to really help a lot in terms of continuity and just overall talent.
You got me all excited, Marcus.
Yeah. I can't wait to see those guys out there.
And then we got Lamb returning punts. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm with it.
I am too.
Yeah, the Lunatic says it's a good place to find those hidden yards. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because in 2019, holy shit. Between our defense and our special teams, our starting field position was absolutely freaking horrible.
Dead last in the league, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was just piss poor. I mean, not good at all. You know, last year it improved. Not great, but it improved. I mean, hell, with all the injuries we had, and you know, offense has something to do with field position too. You know, you don't move the ball any. You go 3 and out, then you punt. You're putting the other team in pretty good field position, and your defense in bad field position.
Yeah. Explain to us why, Jeffrey. Because
Jeffrey,
I hate
he's on all Jeff's fantasy teams.
Oh yeah,
I answered that question for you. Shouts out to Jeff. Thank you for tuning in.
I wouldn't be too concerned, man. When's the last time a punt returner went down? You know, it's not it is a high impact play, but the returner is not the one typically in danger there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said,
gunners, shit like that.
The gunners and the offensive linemen have more of a chance. And this on concussion basis, not on ACLs or hamstrings, but on concussion base. That's the only thing I could find on it is that the gunners and the offensive linemen on punt team are more likely to get hurt concussion wise as a punt returner is. And like I said, we are talking about less than 2 punts a game.
Yeah,
that CeeDee Lamb is going to be returning. Less than 2. You know, I'm far more worried about him getting hurt on offense than I am as a punt returner. You know, I mean, people bring up Dez. Like, well, what about Dez? And what about him? He got hurt. He came back, and he still returned punts next year.
He returned punts next year.
And he started returning punts in 2012. And the only reason they took him off because he sucked.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he just lost his shit back there. I always thought it was him trying to push too much, trying to do too much. But yeah, other than that, I mean.
But if you can find another way to get the ball in your playmaker's hands, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You do it. This guy's not a 10-year vet. He's to be a second year.
Everybody preaches about the best 11. You want your best 11 out there at all time. Well, if CeeDee Lamb is your best 11, you put him out there. I mean, you know. Yeah. I mean, unless Dak is one of your best 11 as a punt returner, then you keep him the fuck off the field.
Right.
But if it ain't the quarterback, you put him out there. I'm not really too concerned about it. You know. So, and he don't have to return everyone. I mean, there'll be some that it's going to be a fair.
You know, you're going to down it. You're going to fair catch, or they're going to pin you.
Yeah,
whatever.
Like,
you ain't got to be back there for
this
that
one
shit.
to him.
But if we're in a punt rush and they're backed up, and we're sending 10 guys, put them back there. Mm-hmm. You can look down and make sure no one's fixing to fuck them up.
Yeah,
you can, you know.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Let him make a move, man. Especially if Gallup and Amari Cooper get the percentage of the snaps they did last year versus what he got. You need to make up for that deficit with some special teams touches. I think he had 60% of the snaps or something playing out of the slot. So if it's going to be another year like that, shit, give him, 4 or 5 more plays a game.
I mean, I agree with Jeffrey on this. He is valuable to the offense.
Absolutely.
But I'll say this. I think he's valuable to our punt return team too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like I said, if it's less than 2 punt returns a game, I'm not. I think it's 1.7, some bullshit like that he had last year. I'm just not concerned about him getting hurt on 1.7 touches. You know, I mean, he's going to be getting 10 touches a game, 5 touches a game, 10, 12 targets a game. You know, that's more of an issue, that I worry about him getting hurt on than anything. And, it is what it is. I think he'll be fine. Hopefully he don't get hurt.
AB or J. Lou? Ooh.
Oh, no, not J. Lou.
Better game?
Yeah, J. Lou.
If they don't let Diggs follow Mike Evans, definitely J. Lou. Because Mike Evans versus AB, that's just snap and tap.
Yeah.
Just whenever you see that matchup, just throw it up.
Yeah.
So
that's
That's why I was asking Lambo earlier, who follows Evans or who follows AB or who they're one of the teams that can match up roster wise.
Yeah.
As far as weapons on offense. Stupid fucking guy.
Is that what Call of Duty buddy?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I need that guy. That sounds like something I'd say.
Pretty mouth.
I don't know about you, Corey, but that motherfucker's pretty when I'm sober. I don't have to get drunk from him to make him look pretty for me.
Stop. Moving on. What the fuck else we got? We've been on here, 2 hours, some shit?
2.5.
Almost 2.5.
Hey, I think we've held a pretty good live count though for a while. So appreciate everybody tuning in.
Appreciate everybody.
Appreciate the turnout. Yeah,
absolutely. It was a great first episode.
Even the Texan fans,
most people.
Right?
Is that your girl right there, dude?
Yeah. I don't know what she's saying.
3.
Maybe I'm ranked to 3.
That's what I'm about to say. She ranking you a fucking 3, dude?
Probably.
That's fucked up.
She's really good at talking shit. I love it.
Well, Eric, I rank you a 7, dude.
That might be how long I've been on the
when
fucking
I'm drunk, you're a 10. Fucking 10.
Yeah.
3 hours. Yeah, that's how long I've been on, with including the pre-show bullshit.
Oh, yeah. No,
If we go,
I'm getting yelled at.
Yeah.
If we go much longer, I'm gonna have to put a charger on.
That was a soda hint. That was a soda hint. 3.
She's passive aggressive like that.
I just like 3. That's all I'm gonna fucking say to you, Eric. 3.
Said my piece. I've counted to 10.
All right. Well, we can get out of here, man. This was a good show. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good every Saturday. And that from here, this point out, we'll actually have games.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
got shit to talk
And it's
about.
going to be more pumped up, because we'll have post game that from the week before, the game from the next day. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot more to talk about. A lot of breakdowns. We're not fucking technical breakdowns, but good stuff. But we enjoy everybody, especially Tech, Jack Meeker, MJ Gilmore, all your Texan friends. Eric. I'm not even going to announce all their names.
They're all
Right.
going underground right now. We won't hear them for a while.
Jeffrey, shit, man. Jack Meeker, as always. I love having
Mendoza.
him.
Even the haters.
Mendoza.
MJ, come on out, bro. Was the Philly fanatic? Come on out, bro.
Miss Charles is gone, but I'll give her a shout out too. Miss Charles, thanks for
coming
on.
And everybody who watches it later, because I'm sure we get a ton of views after the fact. We know it's a Saturday.
Absolutely.
Everybody's got a fucking life, so
especially college football first week of college football.
Of course,
everybody's tonight.
Yeah.
And I think Clemson lost too.
Yes, Josh, I know.
10-3. Georgia beat them 10-3.
Damn.
They made that game ugly. They run the damn ball.
No, the quarterbacks are both awful.
Oh, were they?
Man.
Yeah, Clemson's was just a little bit more awful.
Oh yeah, Philly lotion. He called him Philly lotion. Holy shit. But anyways, yes, I like him coming on too. Ain't nothing wrong with a Philly fan.
Yeah, no, we'll take it, man. We'll take it.
Until he says we're going.
We actually encourage criticism, and this is not the Homer channel.
We'll take every dislike we can get.
No, I don't mind Philly fans. The only thing I ask them, they come in and talk shit. Just beware. I'm taking my gloves off and I'm going at it.
Guys, be ready to throw hands.
So, but I have no problem with them coming in, especially if they're somewhat educated. Some more educated than some of the fucking people we have doing this shit. So,
Riker, you got anything good for us this week? You still working on it?
Anything. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I gotta
check the code at the bottom.
Yeah. Make sure, guys, right down there on the ticker, twistedgorilla.com. Some of the best t-shirts online, funny t-shirts, Rye t-shirts, Cowboys t-shirts, and other teams too. But those aren't as good as the Cowboys t-shirts. But hey, let them know you're a fan of this show and a fan of Rika Moves the Chains. And save 15% at checkout when you use coupon code RECA15.
And they also have shirts like a Breaking Bad, the Lost Total, the Mexican, the chicken Mexican place. They have a fucking logo shirt.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so many shirts.
I have to get that shirt.
A lot of good stuff on the website, and that code is good for everything. They've got hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts,
hoodies,
a lot of funny stuff on there. So,
all right. And that's it. You can find us. Well, Bluff, you go first. Where can they find you at?
All right, guys. Well, you can find me Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Bluff City Cowboys. If you haven't done so already, please go to YouTube and subscribe. I couldn't be on the whole time this week, but next week I'll definitely be on the whole time. Right. So be sure to tune in. We got to say pregame as we go into the Tampa game. See if my predictions change at all based off what we see and hear. Twitter, Bluff Cowboys, and you can find us on the Cowboy Zone this Wednesday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time. For you guys that follow us, we'll go back to our usual routine, game predictions, bowl predictions, keys to the game, stuff like that. So tune in, join the convo, and keep the comments lit.
Also, in the future, let y'all know, there ain't many left in here chatting, but we will bring in fans into. Not the whole time, but like if you ask them,
we're trying to set up the call-in deal. We'll get you a number you guys can call in.
In case you don't want to come in camera, if you want to call in, but like Jack Meeker.
We'll also have special guests, so get up with us in our DMs. Hit us up.
People who always
bug the shit out of us until we tell you no.
Yeah, all the people in the chat like that. We're gonna bring y'all on either through the phone or through the camera. Either way y'all want to do it.
You mean on this show?
Yeah, on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my phone line will work for this show, but I don't have my laptop up here with me.
Yeah, we'll work something out. But yeah, y'all we'll get a lot of people on. What did he say? Get me a Charlie fuck
Charlie fuck around t-shirt.
Oh, Charlie fuck around.
Charlie fuck around don't work here.
Yeah,
he works on this show.
I gotta have
exactly.
He does work on this show.
Charlie fuck around doesn't work for the Dallas Cowboys. He does work on this show though. We're
really
low budget.
Man, especially like I said, Meeker and Deleting Tick and Mendoza. I love all y'all guys. So we'll end up getting y'all on too. We're also going to Dallas Cowboys for Life, the hashtag, that group. We're going to their senior admin. We're going to get her on. I just talked to her right before the show and told her
she wants to do that phone in deal. So we had to get that set up.
And I never know how you do it. And finally, when Marcus told me, I was like, all right, cool. So I messaged, say, we can do it. So I told her either maybe the 18th or the 24th before the Philly game, or if she wants to come on sooner than that, she can.
We're talking about Amanda Foster, right?
Yeah, Amanda Foster.
Amanda Foster, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, keep coming in, man. We enjoyed it. We had to keep a pretty good live view going this whole time. We appreciate it and hope y'all come back. And like I said, next time we'll actually have game shit and some good stuff to talk about. And we'll do some different things as the weeks go on. Some more fun things. Anyways, you can find us at Dallas Cowboys Uncensored. I was about to say DallasCowboys.com. You can't find us there. There's no fucking way they're going to have anything to do with us. But Dallas Cowboys Uncensored everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Just type that shit in and you'll find us. It's pretty easy. Rika, where are you at?
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at
Anyways, we didn't worry about Rika. Let's move on.
Charlie. Fuckhead. Find me on Twitter at Chains Moving. On Facebook, first name Rika Moves, last name V Chains. Don't DM me. Seriously, stay the fuck out of my DMs. And you can find me on my website, RikaMovesTheChains.com. I post a blog every week.
It's good shit.
And what day I post it on depends on my mood and how much Charlie's been bothering the fuck out of me.
That's daily.
Daily.
But anyways, we all love each other. We love y'all too. Come back next weekend, next Saturday. It's going to be same time, Saturday night, 8 o'clock every time. Yep. It should be at least 3 of us, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. We'll be in and out. We all got lives and some weird shit going on sometimes, jobs and family and all kinds of shit. But we'll have one every Saturday. I can promise you that. And we'll have a lot of fun. All right, Eric, end this shit. We
Peace.
out. Thank you.
Later.